Welcome, everyone. We're here with
Hey, everybody.
welcome. We're here with Denver Steveo and
Whoa.
Duncan. Duncan, which is Marilyn's husband, and of course me. How you guys all doing?
Very
Great.
good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Yeah. It's Friday.
That it is.
Yeah, definitely.
I tell you a quick story. It's hot as Hades here in beautiful Denver metro area, and I've just been, sweating. I think I've told everybody before. My studio's on the second floor, and even with my air conditioning, the air conditioning doesn't like to go up because the cold air goes down. So, done a bunch of stuff. I got an attic fan that's supposed to suck stuff in, but that does that overnight, and it hasn't been able to maintain. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I finally decided. I put on a 100% nylon hockey jersey that I had, my favorite hockey jersey, Go Golden Gophers. And I know that it doesn't breathe that well, but it actually, like, the air hits it and it actually feels cool. So I think I've found my summer heat hack is to just walk around in a hockey jersey all the time. So
Whatever works, bub.
yeah,
Absolutely.
right.
Yep.
Staying cool is the deal these days.
Oh, it sure is.
Absolutely.
Sure is. Hey, Clearwater Claire. Hey, Marilyn.
Hi, hon. She's out with Haley
Hey,
having
Marilyn.
a night on the town, so
Oh yeah,
I'm subbing in
Nice.
for her tonight.
absolutely.
That's great.
Tilt the screen down a little bit. Let's see what we can do here.
It's
Okay, that might help.
always great to see. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to track down a pair of glasses that weren't glary, but I couldn't find anything that I could see through. So you're gonna have to live with these for now. I'm gonna try to find a pair that don't they aren't blue blockers or whatever these happen to be.
No,
Other than that, everything's groovy.
Excellent.
figure out. I have to. My head has to be all the way up here before you can see my ring light. So I will not put my head up that high. I just remember when. Who was it? One of the SPTV folk.
Hello.
They were doing their videos, and you could just see that big ring, like right around, distracting, blocking their eyes. But yeah, so I've always been panicky of that. In fact, I went away from the ring light for a while, but I just like the natural color it gives me.
That's excellent.
So who all we have? Oh, John.
Hey, John.
Johnny Owski. Johnny Owski. Is the jersey the only thing you have on? No, I've got a gray performance T-shirt on under it. So
Cool.
now, if you ask me if those are the only things I have on, I plead the fifth.
He won't reveal that.
Oh, I got a
Not
hat
on
on. I
here.
got glasses on. I'm covered. Yeah.
You're good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Denver, Marilyn said you might appreciate this shirt. Not everybody would recognize what this is. Got to make it more visible. Does it mean anything to you?
Women don't find you handsome. What's the? Is there text down there? Is it then they should find you handy? Yeah. It does.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, not many people realize what that is, so I had to wear it in your honor tonight.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That's right, Meerkat Moon. It is boys' night.
On a Friday night, too.
If it wasn't copywritten, there's a Saturday Night Live skit. It was back. It was with Bruce Willis a handful of years ago before Bruce got sick, and it was a video called "Boy Dance Party," and it was all the girls went out left to go to the clubs, and all the boys were hanging out. And they just, they got the little strobe lights going, and they were doing a boy dance party. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen Bruce Willis do, aside from, I don't know, Die Hard. Because Die Hard's a riot. Hello, degraded daughters.
Yeah.
Hey, Degraded Daughters.
How are you?
Great to see you. Great to have you
Yeah,
guys
glad
here.
you're on board. And Honig knows what about red green. Oh, somebody else does. The Possum Lodge.
Yep.
Very cool. Yeah, it's a Canadian thing, so a lot of people don't know about it. But I don't know how we got onto it, but we got into a run of watching that for a while. And if you like absurd, ridiculous, stupid humor, it's terrific.
It's absolutely
Stuff.
100%.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, we got a bunch of people that know Red Green.
Very cool. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess. It's a great drinking show.
There it is. Need to. I should peek at the comments rather than whatever I'm looking at here. Ooh, we got a lot of comments. I like that.
Cool.
There we go. Here we go.
So anybody doing anything exciting this weekend?
I'm getting a haircut. That's always exciting.
That's cool. That'll help you cool down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. To answer the degraded daughters, I am a dog father. I have 3 retired racing greyhounds, and those are my boys. So, so that's my dad. That's my dadness. I I try to treat them like real boys, except they poop in the yard. But you know,
Better than in the house, though, you know.
absolutely. Oh yeah. We can be the degraded daddies.
Hey, I like it.
That is funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, the 3Ds or something like that.
That's really nice. Thank you, Angela, for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you, Angela.
Very
Says
cool.
a few bucks for our boys. Thank you.
Very cool. I see you, Terry Ray. Thank you. I love you with the wrench on my at my place here. So thank you.
Yep. Thanks for helping out, Terry Ray and Julie
Always.
and everyone else.
That's right. DDD, degraded daddy.
Daddy daycare or something like that.
Degraded-
Doggy care.
No, degraded
Nice.
daddies of Dianetics. That's what we are there.
Yeah.
That works. Doggy
Yeah,
dads.
degraded
Thank
dads.
you.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, I thought that. I thought they might. I thought I'd strum a heartstring with that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love our critters.
absolutely. I love the, I love Vanessa and Alicia and always with their pets in the background, and I'm just going,
Yep.
I've got. Nope, he's not. I thought he was behind me, but he must have gone downstairs for some water or something. So
They put out a great video today.
yes, they did. Thank you.
Yeah.
I forgot that was today because
I usually comment on them, but I didn't know what to say. It was
Oh,
such a great
right.
video. It was,
heart wrenching.
yeah.
Very much so. That's.
Yep.
I hope the best for Liz and her father. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, it was a wonderful video for sure.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it later. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It was pretty short.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Free Xenu Project? Hey, Free Xenu Project.
Yep.
Crazy double standard. I like dogs too, but there's a crazy double standard where they are allowed to poo pretty much everywhere. But when a cop sees me doing it, I guess summons. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, I hate when
Yeah.
that happens.
yeah. I had a buddy who, I think we've all had the buddy that back in the younger days went to a concert, found an alley, urinated. I won't say they pooped, but but urinated, and there comes the cop, and there's the court summons. So yeah,
Wow.
he was my roommate when I was 22, and he went to a concert one night, and he came back the next morning not looking overly happy. So
Wow.
yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I was with some guys in a situation like that, but luckily we just got thrown out of the parking lot we were in.
Oh,
And, we got back in the cars and drove away. I'm surprised they let us do that.
wow, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Minneapolis cops are just jerks. I don't know. So
Wow.
yeah. That's not true. If you're a Minneapolis, Minnesota police officer, hats off to you guys. You have a very difficult job, especially downtown. We love
Yeah.
it.
It's got to be one of the toughest jobs as a police officer.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I would agree.
There's
I
no-
wouldn't,
there's
want,
no
I wouldn't want the
police- yeah.
job.
Me neither. There's no pleasing anyone, it seems like.
No.
Yeah, you get blamed for anything. You're under the microscope. You get blamed for anything you do wrong, and you're risking your life to help people.
That's exactly
Kinda
right. That's
Doesn't
exactly
seem
right.
fair.
No.
Oh, Joel McCoy's got a Denver Org Watch report. I don't know if you're that far down yet.
Yeah, I just saw about that.
Hey, Anthony. Anthony's in the chat. Anthony Powell.
Joel, it'll come back around. We're up a little higher.
So I've been posting off and on in the comments 2 new food channels.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
check
you for
them out.
bringing it up.
Yeah. No
Cool.
problem. Yeah, and I checked both of them out. They're really detailed channels too. Really, very high production and actually even, and then Steveo, you could appreciate. They put some production value in both channels.
Yeah, they really have. I've been watching. Seneca has put up, and here's our sign for that. Seneca has kind of just launched. Sinful Good is the name of her channel, and she started with a mix, and then she moved on to a chicken. I keep saying it. I remember just a couple weeks ago, Seneca was going, I don't know the.
I think you froze up there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Her videos are just amazing. So check out Seneca over at Sinful Good. She just dropped another one, I think today.
Oh, yep. And Claire. I forgot. Clearwater Claire has a channel too, a sewing channel. If we could find. I don't know if we could. I don't have the link to that. But Claire, if you could type it in, or if we can. I'm subscribed to it, but I don't have the. She put out a video the other day. Good video.
Yeah. Definitely Clearwater Claire. Put it in the chat, and we'll get it. We'll get it transferred over and give you the bubble.
Yeah, we want to promote all of our. These are our. We want to promote all the.
Mm-hmm.
Same with, same with the. Even though they're a bigger channel, but still sub the Dianetic Daughters of. Wait, what is it? Graded Daughters of Dynetics?
There you go.
This is going to be a tongue twister, yep.
Yeah. So, don't forget if anyone's not subbed to their channel too. Like I said, they have a really good channel.
That's right. And yes, Seneca, you get a banner. You absolutely get a banner for that. A banner that will repeat itself throughout history. So it's and a well-deserved banner at that. So.
So I'm going to keep posting that throughout the chat off and on the 2 food channels. And then if we get the cooking one, the sewing one too from Claire.
Oh, yeah. Terry Ray's put that up.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Terry Ray. Yes.
Thanks, Terry.
So it's The Ethical Tailor on YouTube. So from the search bar up top, just don't forget the @ sign, and it's at The Ethical Tailor. And then I'll get you to Clearwater Claire the Tailor's sewing channel. So yay. And I know, although I don't think she's on here yet, or maybe it won't be if she's partying tonight. Why did I just space out? Oh, Rock It Out with Kim D High has got a craft channel coming up too. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's
Cool.
launched quite yet, but she'll be launching that. She's got her mobile studio, and she's been putting a lot of time into it. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, we want to think of our own channels. The SPTV is growing, which is great.
That's right. I think Aaron mentioned it was in one of his videos today.
Yep.
He mentions it consistent, but hey, SPTV, nobody owns the brand name. this is I don't know. I'm throw numbers on it. 90%. Um, those who have come out of cults and coercive control groups, and 10% or 15-20% those who support them. So we're all here to we're all here to support each other. We're here to move forward and make sure that what's happening and what has happened to people before stops happening and doesn't happen again once it does stop. So absolutely, yay.
Yep.
What's that one? Meerkat Moon. True. No matter what's going on, the main focus of SBTV, exposing the evils of Scientology. Absolutely, Catherine Gallagher. And the need to limit and hopefully eradicate it, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, yeah. Right on. Spot on. Word.
Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah, and us never ends. We're completely opposed to Scientology and everything it represents, because it represents everything cult-like and evil. And as a never end, I mean, we came out of a cult, and we've studied actually a number of cults to learn more about, and then help their recovery. And we probably Marilyn and I spent a good 10 years just recovering from the event so we could get back on our feet, start a new life. And we became interested in learning more and more, because we realized the best defense and protection against being in a cult or getting sucked in is to understand how they work and know what to look for. And then over time, we can see how all these things operate. So, like, education about how cults operate is the best protection, because you'll see it and you'll be able to stay away from it. And if you see other people in it, you can warn them and help them out of it. So we're totally on board with the whole idea of breaking the power of control groups and exposing them, so that people don't get in. If they did get in, they get out. And if they got out and they're damaged, like we've been, we can help them back on their feet and get a life. So we're all in this, like Red Green says, we're all in this thing together. I'm pulling for you.
Absolutely. No, yeah, you know, like you said, you have more. Yeah, unfortunately, you have a lot more experience than Steveo and I. But
I mean, it's a bizarre situation when you suddenly realize you're in something that you now have to extricate yourself from, and you've got a long haul to get out. And when you do get out, it's like kind of like jumping out of a ship in the middle of the ocean. You've escaped the ship, but now you're in the middle of the ocean. You still got problems, so you need help.
yeah, good point.
But it's very, very good to have a support system and be part of a group. I mean, this is like a giant family spread all over the globe, so that's pretty neat. I mean, I'm new to this whole thing. Marilyn's been in it longer than I have, and then now that I see what we're doing together and the amount of power and numbers that we have, it's amazing. So, I think it's a matter of time before these active cults go down, and we're doing our best to help that happen and help people out of it.
Absolutely, definitely agree. There's a lot more us than them, so.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's the great part is, I know now SBTV is mostly people that got out, so they know exactly the inner workings of these cults, and there's more of them, and no matter what they throw at us, eventually we're going to have a human wave effect on them. They're not going to be able to take us all out, no matter what they do.
Right, yep.
Japan, I don't know. Aaron's putting together the questions, or wait, are they the answers? Whichever. He's putting together the Jeopardy stuff. But I would tell you, email him, and then email him again and again, just so it doesn't get lost in there. But I think as Aaron likes to admit, I'm lazy, blah, blah, blah. And I am too, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, he would. I would say he would love the help, and from our test last Monday, I know you've got the questions. So
yeah,
for sure. Seneca says, Denver Steveo, I'm doing a bourbon peach sherbet. Haven't tested it yet, so I'll have the video done and adjust if needed, but I don't think I will. Yeah.
That sounds awfully good.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
Yeah, it does. I'll take I don't know. I'll take a lot. I'll take a 750 of that.
There you go.
Wow, I'm really happy about the new cooking channels and the sewing channel. And Duncan's gonna have a new channel, right?
Marilyn is working on me, and I'm I'm beginning to study and look into it and order pieces and parts. So it will come together in due time.
Very
Okay.
nice. That'll
No,
be
yeah,
great.
no pressure.
She's
Great.
basically knows how to do it. So, and
Yeah.
just a matter of me setting. I have another room. I'm in her crochet room right now, as you can see, but I have an office room on the other side of the house that I'm beginning to collect together some things to create my little backdrop, and it's going to be kind of fun.
Yeah, no
Absolutely.
offense, but you and yarn don't.
Yeah, it probably looks a little out of character, but hey,
That's cool though.
beggars can't be choosers right now.
No, that's true. Natalie Grant says, Marilyn, new channel name Coffee, Cults, Crafts, and Duncan.
Yeah,
Nice.
for a little bit.
Yeah, it takes a while. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I haven't really been a tech guy, but I realized this was a great opportunity to get caught up to current technology. So I've been kind of carefully avoiding it for years.
Yeah. I always thought that I was, and then I started doing, started putting my thing together for this, and I guess I'm not. I guess I'm yeah. I guess I was behind the times, so I'm learning a ton.
Same here.
Yeah, I was out of the computer thing for a long time, and then I got into doing some real estate work part time, which is kind of my sideline, and I had to be able to be somewhat computer literate to do it. So I had to get a computer and figure out how to use it, and then learn how to use a fair amount of software and all the rest of it. So that's been good, and that's kind of got me to a point where I could begin to work with Marilyn on doing this. And of course, my kids are younger, and they're much ahead of me in terms of technology, so they're a good resource.
That's great.
Yeah, what was that? I saw something from Marilyn. Was she telling me not to diss her yarn?
Oh, don't diss your
yarn.
No, it's just not. It's just not Duncan's thing.
That's your yarn, Marilyn.
Yep.
Yeah, I won't steal it. She makes some pretty cool stuff with it.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's her medium. It's a form of art. I tell you, you're an artist. Every artist has their medium, and that's her medium.
Did this one pop up from Dennis? My computer loves me and won't give up her secrets. Yeah, nice. that's about right.
Yeah.
I use a PC for work, and I've got a Mac for all this stuff. And it's like English, or it's like British English and American English. It's a common language. What was it? Two countries separated by a common language or something. It's very similar with these two computers, because so much is the same, and then there are those little differences, little shortcuts, little things, and it just messes with the mind. And I'm like, oh crud, wrong platform. So.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm one of those Murphy guys where if there's anything that can possibly go wrong with an electronic device or computer, it'll happen to me, and I'll have no idea how to deal with it. But I'm thankful for YouTube. I figured out years ago that if I had to work on the car, I could get very well prepped for it by spending an hour on YouTube. It would save me 10 hours out laying under the car on the driveway. So I'm like, yeah, watch what the other clown does, and write it down, and then go out there and take pictures of things before you take them apart, because you don't want parts left over when you're done working on your car,
No, that's they started somewhere. They should end somewhere.
Yep.
No, that's true. I wish I learned that. Speaking of computers, I wish I learned that. Going to YouTube before I did. I don't know how many complete wipes, right? Where you're just gonna erase everything.
Oh yeah, factory reset and start all over at square one.
Yeah. So, but by the time Windows 11 came along, I figured all that out, but ruined a lot in the process. So.
Yeah, I went through this tough transition. Like I started doing real estate 10 years ago, or 11 now, and I got a laptop then, and I got it all set up by a guy that was a computer whiz that was at our office. Well, 6-7 years later, he left and moved to Florida, and he had set me all up. So things started to change, and we had to have new software and do this and do that. And all of a sudden, like, he wasn't there to help me anymore, and things just stopped working, or didn't. I couldn't figure out how to convert them over, and then I would find backdoors in that would allow me to still use things. So I got through until after 10 years, that computer finally died. And then I was totally up in the air. And then people were saying, I'll get a Chromebook. It's a little easier. And well, why not? So I got a Chromebook. Well, I had no idea how different it was from the laptop. And that was a nightmare because it took about 6 months to get that working proper. I finally did. I mean, actually, I like it now that I figure out how to use it. But I had to do a few of those total factory wipes where you just you give up and go back and zero the whole thing out and start all over. And now it's up to speed. I just hope they don't change anymore, because in tech, every time you learn something and master it and get it all figured out, they change it. There's an update. There's something else that wipes out whatever you knew. So you can't get to a point where you can just sort of rest on your laurels and have everything just work.
Well, my problem with computers, I mean, I've caught up now, but computers, maybe you guys either agree or don't agree, but back in the old days, computers did nothing but word processing, and then all of a sudden they did everything. And to go from that was really an adjustment for me.
100%.
Yeah.
Clearwater Claire is bugging out, I guess. Good night.
Oh,
Good night, Claire. Number 5 in letter A. Where is my Juliana Bittencourt? Well, she's in the background hiding, and I will tell you this. Every time somebody says, we're all in this together, she starts dancing to high school music.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, she does. She does a lot of work behind the scenes.
Yeah, she's right now. There's internet issues, so she can hide in the background, and it doesn't beat her up as much. So
she does all the
appreciate
graphics
what she's
too.
doing. Yeah.
Yep.
Angela Bernhardt says, "I'll be listening. I'm packing up some stuff. I need to drive. I need to drive up to my apartment tomorrow morning, so I can't stay up too late." All right, Angela. As long as you have a good excuse for it. So
we'll let it slide this time.
That's right. That's right. Talking about Liz Ferris' story, the degraded daughters say, "Keep watching. More to come as the story unfolds." Outstanding.
Nice. Good.
I hope the story unfolds. Well, of course, right? I hope the story unfolds positively, but I'm very much after that video. I'm very much invested. So we'll keep keep watching here. So.
Yep.
Well, there we go. And Angela Bernhardt, yes, I watched your video, Degraded Daughters. Ugh, it's so frustrating, but thank you so much for helping a daughter try to find her dad. Yeah. I just wanted to, I wanted to reach out and slap the police officer today. So that's my only spoiler. Here's Joel McQuain's Denver Org Watch report, Friday, 7/14, 9:30 a.m. Lights on, nobody home. That pretty much says it for Scientology. The search for a COS member in Colorado goes on. I'm really sure there is one. We will continue to look. They are a tricky bunch. They are a tricky bunch. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they dropped their bodies. They're up at they're up at Target 2, and they'll be back like next month or something. I don't know. We shall find out, shouldn't we? CO Bilf says Joel McCoy, top COS donor, Steve Babos. Oh yeah, he is. It's from Denver. And before Denver Steveo was revealed, I wondered if he was Steve Babos under the radar. I am not, thank goodness. But I totally forgot about that, and I remember. I remember you making some comments. Maybe I'll play this one out, but not worth it. Yeah, we already talked about that. How about the sewing channels? We are loving the sewing channels, and bring on more, right? Just
if anyone has a channel, just write in the comments. We'll promote it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Denver Stevo, did you see what tonight's video upload recipe is? Did I miss the direction? Is that what you told me? Is that the bourbon peach sherbet, or is there something else? Because I haven't seen trying to remember which one was the last one I saw. I thought I saw whatever was earlier today, but I'm going to check it out as soon as we're done here, or as soon as I get a spare hand to check the other computer.
I forgot which, because there's two cooking channels. I was trying to watch both videos. The one was the lady was putting in bacon. I forgot what the other one was.
I want to say Seneca. I want to say the one that I saw, the last one I saw was it a soup? Not a soup, a stew. So if there's another one, I haven't seen that one yet, but I will be there tonight. I will definitely be checking it out tonight. I promise. Another one from Clearwater, Claire. I stand to end human trafficking since the start of my business. Since the start of my business journey. Here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Bourbon peach sherbet sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does.
That one we did. Japan says, I was under the impression we, the community, were making the questions. So there on the SPTV Discord channel, a lot of questions are being put together, and I think that the plan was for Aaron. I think Aaron was talking about going and nabbing those questions, or nabbing a bunch of those questions for the actual Jeopardy. Again, he's completely organizing it. So to be honest, I was a little tired on Monday night. I was listening because I was excited it was Aaron, but I may have missed some details there. But I do remember we were talking about the SPTV Discord channel, Discord server, whatever it's called, and that was where I guess a bunch of questions have already been started. So that's why I say definitely reach out to Aaron, because he's going to have. Yeah,
I agree. Well, yeah, definitely email
isn't he? I didn't realize that he was. Then Japan. Yeah, then we'll need him to reach out and join, or to bug Claire and let Claire deal with it. Hey, everybody in the chat right now, send a quick email to growingupinscientology@gmail.com with the subject line Jeopardy, and just tell him that he needs to reach out to Japan and needs to get a what is it? A little invite code to join the Discord server so he can get his questions. There. My hands are clean of this.
Nice.
Yeah, I just don't know. I guess I'm just expecting to show up one night and all of a sudden there's Aaron dressed as Alex Trebek reading a bunch of questions. So
Yep.
But yeah, I have no idea. CO Bill, winner of Never End Jeopardy should advance to Tournament of Champions round with a Scientolo geek and Steve Fishman. I love both of them, but I am a little afraid of both of them because of their knowledge. Scientolo geek is just okay. You know what scares me about Scientolo geek is when she does some of the reading and she modulates her voice. So I don't know if she's being L. Ron Hubbard or what, but she's today in the book is like this, and I'm like, oh my god, it's coming out of her. But yeah. And Scientology Geek, if you're listening, I'm not afraid of you. I love your channel, and proof positive that I've watched it, because I know that you modulate your voice. So there you go.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. She does. She deep dives into a lot of the tech books and stuff, and it's really interesting. So if you get a chance, everybody, to head on over, please check out, subscribe, like, and subscribe to Scientolo Geek. I'm not going to try to spell it anymore, but I believe it's YouTube. It's at Scientolo Geek, but I could be wrong. and I'm not going to go look right now, but you'll all find it, and it's another great channel. It's a kind of a totally different take on um, on the Scientology story. She is also a never in, and I believe that's true. She's a never in, but she's very well versed and very well knowledged in the tech books. So, um, yeah. Oh, thank you, the Scientolo geek. Thank you, whoever Juliana typed that. One more question and then something else. Comment. The growth of SBTV has been swift and organic. The community has great power. It will make a difference. Love always wins over evil. Always. I'm proud to be a part of it and very proud of you. Joel, thank you. 100%, bud. And I'm completely with you. Yeah, it will.
Yep.
It absolutely will. So thank you for saying that. We poke a lot of fun on some of these never end channels. We certainly have a lot of fun in the chats, but when it comes right down to it, you nailed it. So
Yep.
right on. Thank you. So let's take a quick break from questions and what do we want to talk about? What do we can just read questions for 12 hours, but what's going on in the world? What's the hot topic in SPTV Scientolo world news? I don't know, I'll keep it generic, right? Hey, I think I'm gonna get some student loans paid for. That'll be fun. But
Oh, that is
Cool.
great.
oh, I know. I mean, that's all I got. But how about the rest? How about you, Duncan? What about you? What's going on in your world?
My world. Well, lately the weather has been an issue because a lot of Vermont got really slammed and they had to do a declaration, the whole disaster thing, and they got Biden to sign off on the disaster bill or whatever kind of relief they get because Montpelier was totally underwater. And I was watching videos today, and a lot of Vermont got just slammed. So we were lucky to be pretty much spared. I mean, there's superficial damage, torn up roads, and things that need to be repaired. There's a lot of back roads closed around here, but Montpelier, the capital, is underwater, so that's been a big big issue around here. So we're hoping we don't get slammed with too much water over the weekend, but there is more coming. So that's been a thing. Other than that, I've been getting out. Actually, I went swimming with my boys earlier, but in the summer when it's hot, I swim a lot. So that's kind of the thing. We'll go to all the local lakes and have fun. That's my relief in the heat. But been being a little bit lazy. July is kind of like you want to be on vacation wherever you are, so
Yeah.
kind of part time at work and enjoy the fact that it's summer. Can't personally say I'm doing anything too dramatic right now. How about you, Chad?
Well, that's a good. At least I had a few minutes to think while you guys were talking. As for my personal life, I'm just trying to spend as much time with my son as possible in the summer, and then as for the channel, trying to evaluate which way to go with it. Um, you know, write in, guys, what you want to see from Clearwater Chad. We're gonna keep going with the Clearwater Chad character, of course, but write in if you want to see something. Take a new whatever direction you guys think. I had fun with the touring Buffalo series. We can keep doing that a little bit, but eventually we're gonna end. And just experiment with new things has been fun.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that'd be. I'd be curious. I'll have to think about that before I contribute my ideas. But
Yeah, let me know.
You definitely have really positioned yourself to kind of do the channel and to do a lot of different things. So it's
I had fun doing. Well, I'm still gonna do everything, but I love doing the Clearwater Chad when he fights Griff and stuff like that because those are really fun to have those two characters argue. And then the touring Buffalo, I learned a lot about Buffalo, and I could try to find a few more monuments and stuff and just having a lot of fun with it.
Sure. Hey,
Yeah,
Julie, go back to that last question really quick, or that last comment. That I think it was Burke. Um, Burke, I appreciate it. Where are you? Where are we hearing the feedback? Is that coming from me? Is that or you may not? Well, you probably can tell from who's speaking. But if that's coming from me, let me know. I've got a filter on the backside here. A little yeah. So let me know if it is, because my my levels look okay on this side, but I can certainly play with them. And if it's Duncan or Chad, we'll let us know that too. I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
yeah. I was trying to think if I have a little electric fan going that Marilyn uses in here. I don't know if that would produce any kind of interference. I'm seeing if I can shut it off momentarily, but yeah, I'm not hearing anything myself. But obviously, I got to crank.
Yeah,
up.
me either.
I just turned it off. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't hear anything coming through on this side. But if the chat's getting feedback, if you've turned the fan off, then yeah, I'll try something next year.
Yeah, let me know if it's on my side too. I put this. I know we're taking a break from questions, but I put this one up. It says Clearwater. Oh, thank you. It says from Freezy New. It says Clearwater Chad, will you go interview Scientologists in downtown Clearwater? Well, if you're talking about Clearwater, Buffalo, there ain't nothing going on in that building there. It's abandoned. I mean, I think they open it and stuff, but there's two entrances. The front entrance, you'd have to go on the side entrance, and the lights are always off, so there ain't nothing to interview over there. But good question, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Freezy New Project says, what is with the cops in LA? They verify people by phone now. Is that standard procedure? Right? Not just LA, but Riverside County down south. That's what Vanessa's video, the degraded daughters video, was kind of had dealt with today. Yeah, it's. I mean, Liz and Vanessa and Jeffrey wanted to pass a picture along and say, hey, can you at least verify the picture and make sure it's the same person? And it's like, no, this guy just doesn't want to talk right now. And it's like, yeah, I mean, seriously, that's how is that a welfare check, whatever, right? Whatever the right term for it is. I would think you would have to verify somebody's face.
Yeah.
And even that seemed to fail, as we had the Shelley thing, right? It's like, oh, I guess this kind of looks like Shelley. I don't know, and I can't tell by the fingerprints. I think that I don't know, but I think that police department. I mean, if you think back, even just in recent history, back to the 90s, there's so much corruption ingrained in that organization that even if it's no longer coming from the top, I think that there's, it's kind of like the mob stories of New York, right? And the dirty cops are, hey, here's a couple bucks, they're passing things along, just letting things go. I seriously think that has to be what's going on, because otherwise that just, to me, just reeks of incompetence. That's my thought.
Yeah.
Who is clicking? Nobody's clicking.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little slow tonight, guys. I've been drinking here, so.
Oh, right.
No worries, Chad.
Yeah, thanks.
I saw this one here. Are we sleeping with Denver Steveo tonight, or is he sleeping alone? I hate to do this to you, Vince. Tonight, I'm just going to crash hard. It's been a long and it's been a long and grouchy week. That's about the best I can explain. It's just been so I'm just going to crash. I've got to be up early because even though we will be talking with Mark Turi at 1:00 Clearwater time, Clearwater, Colorado, it's only 11 o'clock. So I don't get to, I guess I technically get to sleep in, but 11 o'clock I on a Saturday, it's probably 10:30, 11 o'clock is probably when I'm usually waking up. So I have to be up and fresh and look pretty and be ready to rock it with the team and with Mr. Mark Turi tomorrow. So
Yep.
no sleeping tonight, but we will definitely after the after show on Monday. So we'll
Cool.
keep that
Perfect.
routine going. Yeah.
I was going to say, Chad, you were kind of talking about the kind of stuff you do, and you got a good shtick there that's very funny, very entertaining.
Right.
I was kind of starting to think about where I'm going to go with mine, and I haven't gotten that all figured out yet. So even
Oh,
tonight,
okay.
I sat in, but I didn't have an agenda or anything in particular to say or do. So I kind of see the need to create some kind of. I mean, I feel like hamming it up, and you can create a character that's very cool.
I mean, yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say I'm not as adept at doing things like that, but nevertheless, it helps to have a little shtick there, something to run with.
Well, I got when I did mine. Number one, I've never before Clearwater Chat. I've never done anything like this before. But I mean, you know the story, right? Aaron got me. Aaron's the one that made
Yeah,
the
yeah,
even the name. He gave me the
yeah. He
name.
created it, so you stepped
Yeah,
into the role, but you're able to pull it
right.
off, which is very
At least
cool.
I had somewhere to go with it, and I knew there was at least somewhat of an audience to at least get me going. I had no idea it would get this far,
Now
and
you're doing good. This is really fun.
so I had to roll with it when it was. But no, yeah, it was really fun. So yeah, whenever you know, I mean, yeah, if you do something like a character, that's great. But even if you don't, just the Q&As about the cults is great too, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
You're welcome to do like we
I've
can
got a
get you
few
on the
ideas for things I want to study into far enough to have something to offer, something to share. Because Marilyn and I have kind of studied into a lot of elements of the cult experiences and the various things. I know Kelly and Marilyn both started doing like focusing on a given cult to dig in, find out a little more about, which I think is cool. So, there's a lot of
yeah.
different things to study and look into and share. So I'm kind of looking forward. I'm trying to free up time to do those things. It seems like this summer has been like very busy. Like I'm always trying to free up time and get things done. It's like you get in that mode where you've got these to-do lists that don't go away, so you're always fixing things and doing things. But gonna make some time to dig in a bit.
Well, and I've been a little lazy with making my videos, but for a while there, I would make like when I was on going to stores, I would make sure I would make a video out of it. You know what I mean? Going to like the
Yeah,
Five and Dine with my kid. Oh, we're gonna shoot a video. Make a short and going to the beach, do
yeah,
a short. And um, like you do a lot of work outside. You could shoot the videos if you got the nice scenery, just a 1 minute short or stuff like that
yeah.
comes
Actually,
up.
that's cool stuff. That's a good idea.
I think we
Yeah,
were out in the stream the other day. Like you could post that stuff and just kind of find and like not everything I did stuck. So it's just you kind of have to find your
yeah.
way
No, I
and
like
then
that idea though. I actually love photography and videoing and things like that. So I've
yeah,
got to figure out the technology how to share those things, but it's definitely fun.
absolutely. No, yeah, because I see the background of your when Marilyn goes outside and stuff, and I see you know it's beautiful. I've never been to Vermont. I'd love to see a little bit of you guys live there. So I'm assuming just like anything, you kind of take it for granted, but there's not beautiful mountains everywhere and stuff like.
Yeah,
So
kind of
people would
true.
love to
Yeah,
see.
we're used to it, so we take it for granted, and we have to go further to get to things that are seem exciting to us because we're used to what's local. But a lot of times, yeah, you overlook the local things that all the tourists drive hundreds of miles to go see, and they're in your
Yep.
backyard and you don't even bother.
It's the same, or out here, like with Niagara Falls, it's right there, and I never go see it.
Hmm.
I made
Yeah,
myself go see it. I had a meeting last year in the winter, and I turned it into a video, of course. But um, yeah, so it's yeah,
yeah, that's cool. Now, you're giving me some good ideas.
yeah,
So I definitely want
yeah.
to find more time for this. It's fun.
And you could even I don't care if people especially as TBT if you take some wasn't my idea, but um, do some of the monuments if you have, I'm sure you have the monuments or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just seeing a comment go by. I'm visiting Wells, Maine from the UK. It's beautiful. Yeah, I absolutely love Maine. Maine is one of my favorite places to go. In fact, Round and I are probably in a couple of weeks gonna. We have a. My brother has it now. My folks left us a little summer cottage up in New Hampshire, which is beautiful on the lake, and it's like an hour and a half from the ocean. But we're gonna shoot over early some morning and spend some time. I love Ogunquit area. That's my favorite part of Maine, I think. And then it's just down from Wells, so that's kind of my happy place, being on the ocean. I love the ocean. I don't get over there but a few days a year if I'm lucky, but nevertheless, it's beautiful.
That is cool.
Very nice. Yeah. I don't know when the last time I was to that ocean was. That's how untravelly I am, I guess. But yeah, it's both sides are beautiful, but for completely different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Chad, big question for you.
Okay.
Here we go. Where is it? There it is. Vincent Giggles wants to know what little Chad thinks about all of this.
Little Chad's just writing. He does the typing. He's going to be typing on the typewriter all the reports.
Oh, nice,
So
nice.
Yep.
So he's
Cool.
he's Clearwater, the Clearwater Chat assistant, I guess would be.
Yep.
Assistant
Yep.
to the Clearwater Chat.
Absolutely.
Assistant to Clearwater Chat, yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna put up this super chat from Freezinu Project.
Freezinu.
He says, "I have an idea for you to look into. For you three, the whole LRH and Jack Parsons, the whole tied to LRH's first wife."
Is that his first wife? I thought that was his second wife. Oh wait, he didn't have a second wife. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
it sounds interesting. I don't know much about it.
I don't know enough about it, but definitely, well, that's to look into, right? That's
Yeah.
So we don't have to know about it yet, but Jack Parsons is an interesting character. I mean, with kind of the weird occultist stuff he was involved in, but then working for the Jet Propulsion Laboratories for NASA. Very interesting character, and yeah, the whole first wife thing, stealing the wife or stealing however that played out. Freezing your project deal. I think we'll look into. I think we definitely will look into that. That's one of those topics that always gets addressed, always gets touched. Like, Jack Parsons and rah 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 rah. But that's about that. It just gets lip service. So I mean, and I'm sure that it hasn't. I'm sure that somebody has looked into it before, not just whatever we'll be looking at to research it, but I'm sure people have, I don't know what I'm saying.
But that is a good comment. I think we should take it up in the future.
Oh, Japan of Green Gables mistress. Sarah was Jack Parsons' mistress. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Good catch.
So not wife, he stole his mistress. Got it.
Oh.
Okay. Well, stay tuned. More to come on this on Never In Theater here on SPTV.
True. Hey, the people asking, we're gonna, we'll deliver.
That's right. Japan of Green Gables is also asking, Duncan, you and Marilyn are from Vermont, yeah?
That we are. Yeah, southern Vermont, but in Vermont nonetheless. But we like it up here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like I said, just from the pictures from the house, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, we have mountains kind of everywhere from the bottom of Vermont right to the top. So it's a lot of beautiful drives. You can drive north on Route 7, 7A, and kind of just enjoy the scenery all the way up. It's quite pretty. We have a trail, like they have a snowmobile trail in the winter that runs from down where we are all the way up to Canada. And I'm not a snowmobiler actually, but I know it's kind of a cool attraction. A lot of people come up to snowmobile and ski. I'm a downhill skier. That and hiking in the winter are my things. I grew up on skis, so winter is not winter without skiing, and skiing is what makes winter good. Because I actually love I don't mind the cold. I hate heat. I would never move to Florida because I can't really deal with heat, but I'll put up with the cold, and get out on the snow. Then it's all good.
Excellent.
agree. I can function much better in cooler temperatures. Now,
Yeah.
negative, God knows what. No, but um, yeah, I I don't know, man. Part of me wonders if I'm a Pacific Northwesterner, if I need to go and get rain and coolness, but I don't know. I haven't spent enough time there to be able to commit to that. So, or to commit to that theory, I guess I should say. One with cats. Our friend Shell says Clearwater Chad, free mini Chad. Let the guy get a job and a salary and all that good stuff.
Well, that would help out.
Right? Dude's starting trouble.
Yeah, good comment.
On Hot on Fire, I want to make a Harley Quinn SP crossover.
Not sure what that is personally.
So Harley Quinn, the Joker's girlfriend from comic book fame, and that movie with those 2-3 movies with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn with the little pingy tails, and SP. So I'm assuming that's suppressed person. So that's an interesting on Hada. That's an interesting crossover. I would need more information or more details, or just need to see what you make, because it sounds interesting, and seeing the work that we've seen before, it won't be bad. That's for sure. Dennis Mason, Harley versus David Miscavige. Now that would be fun, right? A little image of the two of them fighting, kind of like the Street Fighter game. Just a nice drawing of the two of them gonna punch you.
I always try to picture when someone said they got beat up by him, like what the scenario was.
Right. Comment from Joel. Chad, you created a place to hang and talk. Friends have been made here. It is like just hanging with friends. Yeah, it is. Chad started that. Just bring yourself. Just being yourself is a hit for us. Whatever you do is okay. So great
Thanks,
answer, Joel.
Very cool.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Joel. I appreciate that.
So true too. I mean, didn't know where that Clearwater Chad thing was going to go after like the first video, and but it.
You're telling me I didn't know where it was going to go either.
Oh God, I can only imagine. But we're here, and it's great. So
yeah, it's like online Chad's Bar and Grill here. We can hang out and have a beer and chat.
That's it.
That's funny. It's funny because it's all Aaron got it started, so it's just amazing that that we're so big now. SBTV.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Chad, if you want to read this one quick.
Sure. From Deviant Outcast, how can we call attention of Little Chad, or Big Chad for that matter? I'm more and more convinced one of them is a plant or a sound terrorist. I don't know about sound terrorist, but you can always email me, and I will always answer.
There you go.
I
lost my screen here. Forgive me.
was getting excited that feedback actually went away for a second about a minute ago.
Oh, were you hearing it?
Yeah, I hear a little static. I don't know what it is.
There's a little piercing.
Yeah, hopefully we can figure that out.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything here that's other than that little fan, which wasn't apparently the problem. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have no idea.
Oh, here Deviant Outcast says, yeah, Sarah was the sister of JP's wife. She was also JP's mistress. The sister of JP's wife, also the mistress. Okay. JP being Jack Parsons. We're still there. Gotcha. So it's that whole... Wasn't that the Hamilton story, too? Wasn't Hamilton, didn't he marry one sister, but was it... I don't know. Maybe?
See Juliana waving to somebody.
She's doing a maybe. That kind of... did the musical make me think that that was the story? Maybe she's saying maybe. Hey, Juliana, we're all in this together. Yes.
Nice.
Sorry, this is so inside since you can't see it, but it's just funny to watch her
Yeah,
in a little gray
Yeah, it's
box
great.
dance. So,
that's excellent.
ooh, I saw Weezer last night at Forest
I'll
Oh,
Hill.
jump
yeah,
in
there
and
you
talk
go.
about Hamilton.
We're not really
Okay.
talking about Hamilton. We're talking about Jack Parsons. I was just trying to
Nobody
make
asked
it.
about Hamilton. My
Yes, I-
internet's just very, very bad.
All right. Well, so
It's working.
what's the Hamilton love story? Since we're there,
The Hamilton, as far as I know, there is historical evidence that Hamilton and his sister-in-law had a very emotional connection and they corresponded. They flirted a lot, but there's no hard evidence that they had an affair.
ah,
But that's a possibility.
ah,
Wow.
So the musical explored this possibility.
I understand. And they were both rappers.
And I'm buffering already.
Oh.
Hi guys.
Go
Bye
away then.
guys.
Bye, Julie.
Thanks, Julie.
All right, Veronica. Sorry, Veronica Bombria. I saw Weezer last night at Forest Hill Stadium, Queens last night. Awesome show. I bet it was. Oh, I
Yeah, that must have been very cool.
loving the Weezer. That's a throwback. What color?
Vermont band.
What color? What's that?
I believe they're from Vermont. Yeah, I used to listen to them on, what was that station? WEQX, I think. EQX.
Wow. I had no idea. That is my youth coming back to me. I was gonna say, what color album are they on now? Because I have multiple. I have the blue album, the green album, something with a funny name. But Weezer, Veronica, that had to have been cool. I'm jealous, and I didn't even know that I would be jealous because I wouldn't have even thought of that until that Weezer was still touring. But why wouldn't they be? So very cool.
Wow. That's cool.
Dennis Mason asks, who is Jack Parsons? Well, Jack Parsons is a person with a very long Wikipedia page. Jack Whiteside Parsons from born Marvel Whiteside Parsons, October 2nd, 1914 to June 17th, 1952, was an American rocket engineer, chemist, and Thelemite occultist. Associated with the California Institute of Technology, Caltech, Parsons was one of the principal founders of both the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, and the Aerospace Engineering Corporation. He invented the first rocket engine to use castable composite rocket propellant and pioneered the advancement of both liquid fuel and solid fuel rockets. So there you go. There's a whole, and he was born in Los Angeles, raised by a wealthy family on Orange Grove Boulevard in Pasadena. And that's all that I'll read from the Wikipedia page. But Jack Parsons, yes. So Jack Parsons was a very smart person, and also an occultist. And he and LRH kind of hung out together and did occulty things for a while, and then that handsome man that L. Ron Hubbard is, he stole Jack Parsons' girlfriend.
What a nice guy, isn't he?
Yeah, you're right.
What a friend.
Yeah, they were great friends, and all of a sudden, oh, hey, I'm leaving. Didn't he take the boat too?
Something like that. I remember hearing that.
I think he took the mistress and the boat. Correct me if I'm wrong, those in chat, but I believe he also took the boat. Which, dude. So we'll do some really real exploring on this. Probably more along the cult angle, because that's really where the two of them kind of came together. But that was the story. So, and just to not forget one other name involved in here, Parsons. What did I say that word was? Thelemite. He was a Thelemite occultist, and I may be pronouncing that wrong. Thelema, the Thelemite occult, was I believe first founded by Alexander Crowley. He's a British guy there, that Crowley. And so this goes back. So I don't know if that name doesn't mean anything to you. I apologize. That's yeah, just a big occultist from way back when, and Jack Parsons got all excited and kind of followed in his ways, and LRH kind of got into it as well. So there we go. Now you know, and knowing. Wait, what was it? Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. There you go.
Nice.
Are we showing that one? Oh, yep, we just did show that one. Okay. Yep. There you go, Creepy B5.
Hey,
Love me
Creepy.
some bad friends. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Creepy B5 makes me smile big time. Well, there you go.
Us too.
Double compliments for the Chad and friends.
Yep.
Terry Ray, hey Chad, I haven't seen From a Poet for a while. Has he been around?
You know, I thought about that question because I seen it a minute ago, and at first I agree with you, but I think he was in some chats yesterday. I'll have to go back and check, and if pretty sure I did see him in some chats yesterday. But he hasn't been around like he used to. He used to be like me every day with, so.
I mean, not to speculate, but I know he was working on his book of poetry and that, possibility that he's, just kind of diving into that. But I think you're right. I thought I did see him in the chat yesterday or the day before. Yeah, at least one. Yeah. So.
Cool.
Did something pop up and go away?
Yeah, I didn't touch it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so people are saying, yep, that was yesterday. But yeah, you guys are right, though. He hasn't been around like he used to. Just busy, I guess.
Okay, on how to saw him a couple days around, Meerkat Moon, seen him, just not today. Gotcha. Thank you, guys. Thank you, because, yeah, it's always unnerving when you,
Yeah.
you're chatting with somebody every day and then all of a sudden they're gone. So
I agree.
Much more limited. So Ellie May says, comment, I find it relaxing listening to Chad and the Gang after a long day. Ooh, Chad and the Gang. That's
sounds like a band name.
Right? I was thinking,
yeah, that does have a ring to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Chad and the Gang. I like that.
Cool. I'll throw it out there. People are making comments about bands and music, and I got to see Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, I think it was last Sunday, at Tanglewood, and that was actually beautiful. I hadn't been to Tanglewood in many, many years, and I was kind of worried it would be one of these hassles, because seeing people these days at bigger stadiums is a terrific hassle, but Tanglewood is like an hour from me, and it's absolutely beautiful venue down in Lenox, Mass. And I love bluegrass and Alison Krauss, so that was a very interesting mix to have Robert Plant and Alison Krauss play together. It was beautiful.
Oh, I bet that was.
So that was very, very cool.
Wow, that sounds great.
Yeah, we have a fall thing called Fresh Grass every year in September, and I've gone most of the last 10 years to that. And that, again, it's down at Massamoka, which is kind of the big art venue in Western Mass, and it's an old converted mill, one of the mills in North Adams, and they did a beautiful job. It used to be Sprague Electric. They had made it into Sprague Electric after the ancient days of the mills, which kind of closed, and that was like the big economic thing in North Adams back probably in the 1800s, early 1900s, and there was a point where those mills closed, and North Adams was kind of the armpit of the universe and had the worst statistics of anywhere in the country pretty much. And it's gone through some interesting phases. When the mills closed and went out, it kind of sat kind of barren. And then over toward Williamstown, there's kind of been a lot of money in the artsy people and Williams College. Well, people invested in the they renovated the old Sprague Electric building and made this mill into an absolute beautiful music venue. And there's like flood control chutes that were built 100 years or more ago, after the major flooding back in the day, or 19, maybe 18, I don't remember exactly when, but they really did a lot of work to direct the water, so it didn't do as much damage as it would have over the recent flooding. But that the mill buildings are beautiful because the water flows almost like a controlled river under the whole venue. You got railroad tracks going quite close to it. So one of the coolest things, they have this big field, and they'll set up two stages. They'll have one that's kind of in a paved area in one area of the mill area, and then this open field, they call it Joe's Field, and they'll set up a whole stage and everything over here. And then during this, it's a 3-day bluegrass festival they have called Fresh Grass, and they'll have a whole series of different bands come, and they'll set one up over in the kind of the paved area where people will walk in and set up chairs and what have you. And then while one band's playing there, the other will be setting up in the field, and you go over in that field, and it's the coolest thing because they'll play into the night, and you'll be sitting there listening to bluegrass, and there'll be hundreds of people hanging out and dancing, and they have beer and food trucks and everything. And all of a sudden you hear the train coming up the tracks just thundering away, and then it'll come over the top of the hill and roar down this other side where it goes through North Adams, and it's the coolest thing. It's like, you get a nice summer night with the trains rolling through and the bluegrass playing. It's just such a fun time. So if you're into that kind of thing, it's sort of a mid-September thing every year. But I'm just putting a plug in for that because I love that. I love bluegrass. So there are some very cool things to do around here that I actually do. So some of the things that are local I'll do, and that's one of them. It's quite cool. So if you ever visit this area, something to check out.
That's excellent.
It's like fun.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. On How It tells us, okay, slow on the uptake. Fun fact, L. Ron Hubbard is not called L. Ron by Scientologists. That's a thing never-ends do. Okay, so what do we call it? LRH or Ron or both? Because I think I've heard them both. Right?
It's a good question.
I think I've heard inners. Inners? I think I've heard inners call them, some have called him Ron and some have called him LRH. So I'd assume both, but maybe Ron is a little too casual, considering I haven't met him before. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I've heard LRH the most from them. But we'll have to see. We'll just, if anyone was in, let us know.
Here's a clarification again from Free Z New Project comment. Jack Parsons was working under Aleister Crowley. LRH left because they decided he was a user. Yeah, I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
There ain't much nice about that guy. A user, a loser, an abuser, you name it, right? Although, actually, I guess I have heard that people that have worked with LRH have said nice things about him. So I won't trash him too much yet. Chad and the gang all wear sunglasses. Oh yeah, when we get the band going, we gotta all have.
Nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've seen some interesting comments here. Somebody made a comment about green sky bluegrass. That's very cool. I don't know if they're playing at Fresh Grass this year. They might well. And then Sinfully Good, I hear the train a coming and it's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. My son Carter sings that. He's got a really, really deep voice and nobody expects that from him. So when they're doing gigs, Austin's got the higher voice and Carter will come in low with that. And it's very cool. He sounds just like Johnny Cash.
Wow.
So, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, have to get a little clip of him on here at some point. It's fun.
Yes.
The boys
yeah.
Without a doubt. There it is from Seneca. I love it. Terry Ray. Okay, that is weird. A friend here asked me if I knew anyone who lives near Tanglewood. She had James Taylor tics but couldn't go.
Oh, too bad. Yeah, he actually played right the next 4 or 5 days, I think, after the concert I saw. So he lives not too far away, and he puts does a few concerts there every year, and I think he gives the money to the BSO or something like that, or a lot of it. But
Wait, he
yeah, he's a big
lives? You said he
supporter.
lives not far away?
Yeah, he's down in South County. I forget exactly where he lives, but
Oh, wow.
he and Arlo Guthrie. There's several pretty big names that live
Huh.
down around South County in Mass.
Wow.
But
That's
yeah, very
cool.
popular around here.
Yeah. Send him my way for
Will do.
a show, right? That's
Nice.
I won't keep him. I just maybe just for a week. Uh, Sinfully Good says, Denver Steve, sorry, I was doing videos while cooking dinner and then doing the editing and all that. You know how it is. I don't know. That's why I've been absent the last couple of days. Those ways, Seneca, no worries. I didn't get a chance to respond to your email when you said go with the stuff, but no, you've been doing. I've been watching from this side. You got some great stuff going. So looking forward to more for sure. I thought it was funny. Aaron had was it you had mentioned your channel during the super chats with Aaron, and then Aaron said something about chicken, and I'm like, well, she's got chicken on the page already, so now I think all you need is the rice and beans, and you're set. But good call on that. So anything chicken, I believe, is what he said. Oh no, you got to get the cobbler in there too. I forget about that. Creepy B5, love music and listening to you all chat. Well, here, creepy. We do too. So
Yep.
Yeah, this is fun. Cool to chill and
Absolutely.
hang out. Don't even
Yep.
have to leave the house.
Snicka says Aerosmith is coming in a couple of months to Austin. I'd like to see them too. Yeah,
That would be cool.
that would absolutely be cool. When I was in my 20s, and I worked at the copy shop formerly known as Kinko's back in the day, and I was actually the assistant manager of a store in downtown Minneapolis. And Aerosmith was in town for a concert, and they were staying at a hotel which was attached to the building that I worked in. So there were these two buildings that were, kind of, I don't know, melted together. Or they were unnaturally together, but they were. So one night, a couple of the guys from Aerosmith, of course, like the two that nobody would really recognize. Sorry, I'm not. If you're not Steve, what's his name? I wouldn't necessarily recognize you. And one of the guys that I worked with came and tapped over and said, "Hey, they're from Aerosmith." And I'm like, "Whoa!" And they made like these little cheap tickets on the bright, colorful paper that they wanted to, I don't know, pass out to people. I don't know what the point was, but it was maybe as they were like walking down the street, these were like special tickets that I don't know. I have no clue. But I made the executive decision that night that I was going to give free photocopies to the guys from Aerosmith. So that's my story, and I'm like, yeah, it was like the two dudes that know that I, being a casual Aerosmith listener, would never have recognized. So anyway, that's my Aerosmith story.
That's cool.
Anhata says, I will say Speeps. Rarely even blink at my absurdity. S-Peeps. Sorry. S-Peeps. Rarely even blink at my absurdity. This is one of the safest places on the inner tubes, right? There are scary places out there, and out there being like one click away. And yeah, this is safe. This is safe. And that's why we're here, just to be safe and to fight the injustices of Scientology. There we go.
Yep.
Didn't want to forget that part. Denver Steveo, can we get Clearwater Chad to try and do something to test if the sound's coming from him? I'm sorry for being so on this sound issue. It triggers my CPSD. Oh, geez, yeah, sorry. Yeah, Chad.
Is there a way to do that or no? I mean,
No.
I could leave the thing and come back and see if it's on my part.
Let's before you do that, is there any other sound around you that's fans or
Yeah, let me make some adjustments here. Hold on.
well, that was your chair. That squeaked.
Yeah, that was a squeak, but it went away.
Oh.
Yeah, DV Outcast. We'll get it figured out. I completely understand.
Yeah, I don't hear anything out of the ordinary, so
I still hear the same.
Yeah, there's a little pitch. There's a little E there. Why don't you try? Yeah, why don't you try to hop out and hop back in, and we'll see.
Okay, you're okay.
Okay. I don't hear it. Do you guys hear it? Put a 1 in the chat if you don't hear it. 1 for don't.
you need some WD-40 for that chair. LOL. Sinfully good says. Might knock out the chair noise.
Right, and maybe he needs the WD-40 for his camera as well.
Yeah, that could be. It's easy to blame him.
I hear a little blowing, which is probably fan, but that's pretty minor.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a fan here, and it might be being picked up by the mic, but it would be quite easy to eliminate that.
Yeah, I got one about 20 feet behind me too, so it could be either of it. But you're right; it's easy to make those go away.
Was it me?
I think it was you. It's not you anymore, or I don't hear it anymore. So what did I do? I said 1 if it's. I don't even remember what I just said. That's how.
Yeah, 1 if it went away, or maybe.
Oh yeah, what? Yeah. It was a 1.
Okay, Charles put a 1 in.
1 if you don't hear it again, and so now.
For Genu project, it was okay. So we've got it pinned to you, Chad. So you got to figure if it's you or Mini Chad. I don't know which of you are responsible.
Yeah. It's probably Mini Chad. That's why you need to send them out to work.
Yeah.
It's gone now, Chad. At least.
Oh, okay, good.
Put a 6. Everybody, put a 6 in the chat. We'll just get our numbers spread apart. Put a 6 in the chat if you still don't hear it.
Okay, apparently it went away.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe Chad shook off some body thetans there for a minute.
Yeah, sometimes it just helps coming out. And I unplug the cameras and stuff and put them back in.
Okay. Well, somewhere, somehow that figured it all out. So.
All right, good.
In Theta, our friend Marcus. Oh, I mean, if we're being all professional, well.
Good to see, Marcus.
Hey, Marcus, we should probably hook up. I'd love to do a thing with you. I think the group would love to do a thing with you if if and when you've got time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Did we all go away for a second? My screen went blank and then came back. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm just in a time loop. So yeah. Anyway, we let's connect up at some point here. It's called Noise Floor, and it's combined signal of y'all's sources. Oh,
wow.
Interesting.
Marcus knows his speaker sounds.
It went away apparently. That's cool.
Yeah,
so it won't come back.
So we altered Chad's signal enough to make it go away.
Oh, we got somebody still hearing it. Uh-oh.
Are you hearing the same? Are you hearing the high pitch? Because I hear a little, like I say, I hear a little fan murmur. but I don't hear the high pitch anymore. But if you still hear it, either the microwave or his shirt. Oh, it's probably his shirt.
Yeah, you better
Definitely.
change it up.
Yeah.
I will. Sorry, I'll change it next time, guys.
Yeah, Natalie.
Yeah, don't wear such a loud shirt, Chad.
Okay, so we're probably just to the fan point right now, which we.
And I've got a fan here. I don't know if that's doing anything.
I think it's a combination of both of
If
ours.
I put it up to the mic, you'll hear the fan right now.
Yeah,
If I put it way over here, it goes away.
it's funny because
Okay.
I put the fan on loud purposely for the videos so people go nuts. You know, because like part of the deal. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. So Deviant says the sound is gone, so that's good. So what Deviant was hearing was being a little
All right, cool.
triggery is now gone. That's what we were going for. You guys can handle a little fan. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not
sometimes.
too terrible. It's not pitch. It's not high pitched, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus says, yeah, sometimes devices need to be off and on again. I know. Or turn off fans. No, it's hot here. This fan will never turn off. Multiplicative. How's that?
That's a word for you.
Multiplicative. See, that's why he's a smart dude.
Yeah, he is.
Right? That's well, that's not why he's a smart dude. That's proof he's a smart dude. I would never have thought to use the word multiplicative.
Mm.
Hope I'm saying that right, to be honest.
I didn't even know it was a word. Yeah, it's cool.
Here's a question from Joel to Duncan. Have you heard Billy Strings? If so, what do you think?
I have heard the name, but that's as far as that goes. I think I've probably seen some videos go by in various media, but I haven't deliberately listened to him. But I'll check it out.
Cool.
Now I'm going to have to check it out too, because, yeah.
Yep.
I need a word clear for multiplicative.
Hmm.
Free Xenia project, please.
It's funny.
Yeah. Marcus says, schedule 70 IT, turn the fan off. Damn it, Marcus. Okay. I'll get over there in just a sec. Terry Ray, I saw Robert Plant and Patty Griffith about 10 years ago in a small venue. They were fantastic.
Oh, that must have been cool. Very cool.
You know, big names in small venues are just cool. Right?
Yeah, that's the best. Absolutely the best. You know, last year we went to see Willie Nelson, and it was the Outlaws tour and everything, and that turned into a fiasco, and it was a major hassle to get in and out of there. And then one of my sons got arrested, and we got thrown out, and it got kind of ugly and didn't justify the amount of money we spent. But needless to say, I mean, Tanglewood is a great venue. In fact, one thing that I was afraid of, I don't know why I get nervous about these things, but all this electronic ticketing was something that I knew would be problematic. So, you know, you got to get these things in your phone. I had a new phone. I wasn't used to it yet. And Well, when we were at the Willie Nelson thing, I ended up having to transfer all that stuff over to one of my sons because my phone was glitchy. And then this other time down at Tanglewood, I did the ticket thing. I got it figured out how to do it. But when we parked and walked up, there was a little booth with some older women in there that were just really nice and very helpful. And I walked up, and I always, when I go anywhere with anything, I bring paper copies just as backup. So I walked up to the booth, and they're like, "Oh, do you have tickets?" I go, "Yeah, they're in my phone, but I've got to get in there and retrieve them. But I do have a paper copy." "Oh, really? Just give me the order number." So I took the paper out, handed it to her. About a minute later, I had the tickets in my hands. Never had to do anything electronic. I'm like, oh, thank God. There's people here that have mercy on some of us kind of low-tech people, but they made it very easy. It was just such a nice, intimate kind of venue. And it's a venue where they have a lawn area where I had gotten shed tickets because there's this thing called the shed that it's covered. And I'm like, yeah, the way the weather runs around here, the shed might be a little safer. Well, luckily the weather held out for the most part. It poured after the concert was over, but by then everybody was leaving, and we were smart enough to bring umbrellas. But nonetheless, they have a whole huge area around the venue called the lawn, and people just set up, and it's been a tradition at Tanglewood for decades where people will go in there and they'll set up tables, put tablecloths out, and wine and food and the whole business. And it's just it's kind of like not, I don't want to use an insulting word like hoity-toity, but it's like people really can do it up there in a nice way. So you can set up your tables under your easy ups. The lawn tickets aren't too expensive, and you can hang out under there and just, kind of have your own little thing, bring your own food and drink and hang out, listen to the concert. And there's screens that make, even if you're not right there, you can see what's going on. But I mean, after we left that one concert, I'm like, man, I'm definitely going to do this lawn thing. I mean, they have a lot of big names here, and it's such a beautiful place. Getting out of there was a hassle because I didn't know exactly what the back roads were. And then, of course, afterward, all the people that I knew that had gone or knew the area said, oh, yeah, you got to sneak out this way. You take this road to this road to this road, and you're out of there in no time, and you don't take the main roads that get clogged up. So, of course, it took us about 2 hours to get 2 miles away from the place afterward, but it was worth it. It was well worth it. But
it's cool.
Very cool. Here's an answer to our to a previous question from Deviant Outcast. Ron. They call him Ron or Source. Can I call him L Source Hubbard?
That's funny.
Here's a clarification comment. Denver Steveo, correction. The name of the guy you were talking about was Alistair Crowley. Isn't that what I said? I thought I said that.
Yeah, he just spelled it differently, but it's actually Alistair, if I'm not mistaken. But everybody's got a different spelling of it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Alistair Crowley.
Hey guys, love you from Catherine Olson. Catherine!
Hey, Catherine.
Hello.
So glad to have you here. Thank you.
Definitely.
Yay. Oops. My finger doesn't click my mouse today. I think
Marilyn just radioed in. She's been monitoring us remotely, apparently.
Oh, very good.
They're out at a karaoke bar right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Good.
She's checking in to spy on us.
Take video.
Nice. Yeah, everything's a video.
That's right. Elron Hoya Bembe. That's right. That was a great video.
Thanks, Julie. I always forget she's back there. I'm like, how did that get up there?
Right?
Yep.
Hey, Duncan and Marilyn. Ha ha ha. Natalie Grant says Duncan and Marilyn are both singers. That's right. We got a concert there from
we
Duncan.
specialize in drunken karaoke, but our boys are in a band and they're really good. I think the talent skips every other generation. We are the skipped generation, but we still have fun attempting to sing.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm looking in the background at Julie here, I believe that for our Monday night after show live stream, we're going to have a new theme song as recorded by the boys.
Yeah, that's very cool because Austin's doing one. Oh, actually, the boys are doing one for Maryland, and if I get a channel up, I'm going to have them do a bluegrass one for me.
Oh,
so,
nice! That's great.
Take advantage of the fact we have some talent in the family. These guys have been at this a while now, and they've gotten really good. So it's quite a lot of fun.
That's great.
I'll have to put together a little video of one of their songs. They've got a few originals out there that are really quite good, and they have a band. They have that drummer and keyboards and Austin's main vocals and lead, and then Carter, the younger guy, has got a really deep voice and he plays bass. So they're definitely all together. They're awesome. They're really fun. So
yeah, I've seen. I think I've seen one video of them jamming, but yeah, they're very cool. That'll be exciting. That'd be sweet. Marcus says, "Source is the way one would refer to as the tech, in a way that is not necessarily reverent to Hubbard." Source is the way one would refer to the tech in a way that's not necessarily reverent to Hubbard. Okay, so jab there. Source. Got it. Thank you for clarifying that. OBG Foster, I say Elron. One name, Elron. Because he would hate it. He would.
Yeah.
I always think of Elron. I think of Elroy from the Jetsons. And then I think of L. Ron Hubbard as Elroy, and he would probably hate that too. So
not too far off.
Yeah, it made me think of Enron. I was
that
also
too, right?
Yeah, yep,
Yeah. He missed that.
that's funny.
But yeah. Free Xenu Project. I always liked L. Ron Hubbard. L. Ron Blubbard.
Good.
Oh yeah, L. Ron Blubbard. That's a good one. I remember that. Yeah, that one floated around in chat for a while, so it was a great name. Lori Plays. Hi, Lori Plays. Somehow I'm not getting the hobby room vibes from Duncan. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. It's and then of course Marilyn was spying on us and thought that I was criticizing her yarn, which I wasn't. I was just saying that Duncan and yarn just don't vibe. So 100% there, 100%, Lori.
Yeah, I had to hijack Marilyn's setup. It's a nice little setup, actually. She invested in all the right gear, the right Aaron microphone, and the big arm that connects to a table, and the new computer, and all kinds of fancy gizmos, like
Nice
camera. So yeah, now I gotta somehow get up to speed here. But it occurred to me I could cheat and just hang some kind of little, scene behind me that would just create the illusion that I had my own situation going on.
Yeah, just a little like drop cloth with an image.
Make
on
it
it.
easier at least to get going.
Green screen chroma key, and just it could be it could look like the ocean and boats right behind you there.
Yeah, there you go. That would work. Yeah.
Absolutely. You could, but
I'm going to set up my own little situation eventually.
Oh yeah. Free Xenu Project. Fun fact: Liv Tyler got tickets to an Aerosmith concert, and her mom got all worried. Took her aside and told her that she used to follow Aerosmith across America, and Steven Tyler was her father. No kidding. And shortly thereafter, Liv Tyler did sexy dances in Steven Tyler's videos. I had no idea. It's
Wow.
right. Hey, oh, by the way, this concert you're going to? Yeah, that's your dad. If you wonder why you look like him, that's your dad. Two, she just wanted to tell her so she didn't do something stupid with her own.
That's bad.
Yeah.
So she did sexy dances in his videos. Yeah, okay. Wow. Wow. Great story, though, but
yeah, I tell you.
Clearwater Chad, don't suppose you and little Chad want to take a quick bathroom break, sign off and sign back in to see if it resolves the sound issue. Do we want to do it again?
No, I think we're a little behind. That's
the only question.
I think that's obsolete.
I think you're right. That was 20 minutes ago. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right there. Purple Groovy 69, Chad, you have really hurt my feelings by not speaking to me. I've been a longtime fan of yours. What are you doing, Chad?
I didn't know we're not speaking. I'm on good terms with Purple Groovy.
Apparently, Purple Groovy doesn't feel the same.
Oh, sorry. Sorry if I missed your comment in one of the streams.
Purple Groovy, if you can put your demands in chat for Chad to make up, Chad to make up to you, we'll get on.
Your terms are.
We'll meet those demands.
All right. There we go. Get a hypercardioid, and you can leave the fan on full blast. I've seen that term. I kind of know what
it's
you're
a type
talking
of
about.
a mic, isn't it? A cardioid mic.
Yeah.
It might filter things.
Yeah.
Who knows?
All right. Could I just could we just stick mini Chad on the front of the mic? Would he work as a hypercardioid?
In a gym, probably.
Hypercardioid. Okay. I was saying cardioid. Not a filter. Got it. Hypercardioid. Okay, that was the first one again. Seneca's Denver Stevo, did you get the Goody Doc in? Did you get the Google Doc invite I sent to you? Oh shoot, yes you did. Yeah, or yes I did. Yes I did. Did I not do whatever I need to do with it? Because um, yes, yes, you sent it to me. I did get it. I thought I busted in there. Um, to be continued, but yes, yes, I did get that. So I hope I didn't forget to do something. Catherine Olson, Denver Stevo. Did I meet you in Castle Rock? I was at the Headleys live. You did not. I did not. I did not know the Headleys when you were there. We have both been in some of the same places.
And it's so cool that you lived so close to them, though.
It's great. It's like 4.5 miles door to door. So
Wow.
and they are just the awesomest folk.
It's
No,
great.
but Catherine, next time you're I don't know, next time you're in town, let's have a Castle Rock party. I think no reason not to. So yeah, sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. Marcus says, I know plenty of auditors who didn't think Hubbard got it completely right, only mostly. I can understand that. I don't know how to.
No one's allowed to question LRH.
Oh, is that
Right? Right? Isn't that what they would?
Clearwater chat has spoken?
That's what.
Yeah,
they would
no,
try to
that's what I
say.
thought. So, I mean, I guess that would be interesting to really understand kind of the position that, and I got a little bit from shoot, I'm spacing out. Anyway, I guess I'd really love to understand kind of that dilemma that the auditors were in. Kind of having to. Well, this is what I have to follow, but this is what I see, and this is not necessarily right. Or 98% right or 76%. I don't know, whatever. It'd be curious. I mean, those are always the situations that are interesting to understand, to kind of understand the challenges that people had to go through to.
Yep. Oh, hopefully he'll be right back.
We lost somebody.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be right back. Yep. Let's see. I guess I can take over until he comes back with the cut. Whoop. Mini chat always takes a. What happened
Took
now?
a dive
Okay,
on ya.
he always okay.
You
Luckily
all right
he's
there,
okay.
buddy?
He's okay. I have to make sure. I don't want him getting. I'm gonna put my coffee back on the other table. I don't want him getting. I'd have to go wash him off.
Yeah, don't spill on him.
I know. No, I put the coffee away because he did take a dive.
Anyway, Marcus, that dilemma intrigues me. That. Free Xenu Project comment, Duncan, you can make a Ghostbuster style sign that says cult in a circle with the line through it.
That's not a bad idea.
It actually is pretty cool.
Yeah. Something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Cult Busters.
There you go.
Seneca says Denver Stevo, LOL. Heck, I don't know. I don't see who joins. I just wanted to make sure. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I think you sent it to me was it a couple weeks ago? And I think I went into it there. I always like to just kind of go in once to make sure link works and all that. So I'm going to say yes, and if I have a problem, I will. If I have a problem getting into it, I'll let you know. So, but thank you. I appreciate that very much. Deviant Outcast, you wouldn't address Hubbard saying source, but it's not an unmannerly or can't remember the English word, a negative name. Also, I forgot the obvious one, the Commodore. Oh, of course. Of course.
Yep.
To the Commodore. Hail Xenu.
Hail Xenu.
Just a
Actually-
reminder to everybody, if you weren't listening, what was it, yesterday or I guess yesterday was kind of Thursday, whenever the last time I was on was. Shortly will be the Denver Steveo channel will be launching his. Now I'm talking in third person. Chad, see what you do. I will be launching my Xenu Nation line of clothing, the first or line of merchandise, not just clothing. The first in a kind of a waved launch of multiple cool designs for Denver Steveo. I'm all excited about that. So
That's great.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So all right, busted through that. I am lost now as far as the list of stuff. Oh, we got that one. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Did you take a drink, Chad? Because Seneca thinks you need a drink.
That's the problem. I've been drinking since about an hour before the stream.
Okay. Okay.
So I should probably pace myself now.
Mini Chad behave. Yeah.
That's probably when
Right
you
as I
took
dropped, Mini Chad started trouble. So
that.
I think maybe he was the reason that I dropped. Scrolling. Keep
Scrolling down the river.
Oh, there you go.
Scrolling
It's a good
down the live
song.
stream. Yeah.
Scrolling. Here we go. Tip 45. Hey, Tiff. And Pink Waving. Good evening. I was like
Me too.
reading those because those are funny to me. The ones that where the emoji doesn't show. In Theta, yes, Free Xenu. This was a comment back to something that Free Xenu Project had said. That is discussed in a lecture somewhere when he was describing inventing the galvanometer, the e-meter. And here to go backwards, comment at the end, didn't he graduate to wanting to be referred to as Admiral? So were those the same, or did I miss something there? Because did he want to be referred to as Admiral, or did they decide when he left that he was now Admiral? That's more of a question of clarification to me than anything else. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know about LRH, but didn't David, he just like to be called Sir?
He doesn't like being called Captain.
Yeah, that's true,
I hear he doesn't prefer Lil Davy. So, Deviant Outcast says, "Oh my Xenu! I just spontaneously did a duet with Denver Steveo. No kidding. The exact same lyrics at the exact same time. Okay, I don't know. Maybe not the biggest thing to happen, but it's something. That's like OT6, OT7 stuff. I don't know. That's huge.
That's good practice for our online karaoke thing we're going to do. So.
Yeah. Marcus says, "How many hours y'all been broadcasting this week?" I don't know. We just talk until we can't talk anymore. So, I have been 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 8 for me. Chad's probably got like 300 or 400 in him. This is your second one this week, Duncan?
Yeah, this is the first and only week I've done any of them. I think this is Marilyn's first night off all week. So, yeah, we've been starting to rack up some time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Enjoyed you two together earlier this week. That was fun.
Oh, yeah, thank you. That was my first attempt at doing this at all. So it was actually fun to realize that it was something that I could actually do and enjoy. So,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it
watching
was very,
Marilyn do
very
it for
good.
weeks. Yeah.
Right.
I'm hooked now. You're not going to get rid of me too easily.
Yeah. Hey, you're you're always welcome. That's
Absolutely, yeah. This is a lot of fun.
That's very cool.
And as Juliana Bittencourt likes to say, we're all in this together.
That's right. That's a good thing.
True.
You know, if I had a drink every time I heard that, that would work out pretty good. We'll have to do that someday.
I wish I was videoing or screen recording StreamYard, because there's there are these little boxes down at the bottom with all of us, and you guys can't see Juliana, but of course we can because she's she's logged in. So the three of us can. And every time I say that, or anytime any of us says it, because the first time was Duncan, she just starts doing the High School Musical dance. And it's just a riot.
It is funny.
That would be a good intro for her channel or whatever.
Right? Just
yeah, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Just, she's nixing that idea, but I think it'd be hilarious.
Oh, she'll cave.
Yeah, that would be the way to go into it. That would be great.
Oh, here we go. Here's something. Free Xenu Project says in Mike's book, it says at the end he was called Admiral. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. See, now we got people talking to each other. Oh, never saw that on any SO orders. Okay. This is the fun part, right? The the part where different info is there. Good. Remember to take breaks, drink water, get up and walk around. Absolutely. I'm doing an Irish jig down under my desk, so you can't see my legs moving. And
yeah, it's funny. I was just going to excuse myself briefly to take about a 1 minute break, which I think I'll do just so I can hang out a bit longer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check on the dog. That's my excuse, but I'll be right back.
There you go. Yeah,
good.
Good timing. Free Xenu Project comment. Oh, yay! Hey, bring that back. Free Xenu Project says the comment you saw from In Theta was when I said they used actual soup can on the first e-meters hooked to the machines. Okay. Oh, with alligator clips. I've seen images of that. So okay, yeah.
It's funny. It's very funny.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want to. Oh, there we go. Whoa. They're moving on their own now. They're moving on their own. Mini Chad needs to lay off the coffee. He's been up to all sorts of mischief tonight. So true. That Mini Chad.
I know. I'm trying not to move him because he goes flying every time I move him.
How do we get up there already? Here we go. Sea Org beans and rice. You should get XSOs to give a video about their recipe, like Alex's Scientology's contest. Yeah, so just different Sea Org rice and beans recipes. Just what can I do with rice and beans?
Wow.
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's too bad we're not in like an office setting where everybody could make their own rice and beans recipes, and then you walk around and you take a little scoop of everybody's and taste them, and then you vote on which one you like best. Used to have chili contests at my old office, and that was one of the things we did.
Wow.
Why is that? Okay, that was that one. Oh, got it. Okay, I'm back to where I was. There we go. Hey, Chad.
Oh,
Anthony
okay.
Powell thinks it's so funny when you read the forecast at the beginning of your lives.
Oh, thanks a lot, Anthony. Those must be on the Poe lives. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I did always. I've always loved those. The 75 and sunny. 75 and sunny.
Appreciate it.
on Hata. Okay, you need to have a rice and bean cookout at the SP cruise. Oh, great idea.
Yeah.
Great idea. We just need to bring a whole bunch of rice and beans.
Yep.
And then Seneca says, Denver Sevo, darling, I can do a lot with rice and beans. Cajun, Spanish, barbecue, the list goes on. You're going to make me want to eat rice and beans right now.
Yeah.
I think the only time I've had rice and beans in the last, well, possibly the only time I've ever had rice and beans is on my Chipotle. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Here we go. Clearwater Chad. When you do your forecast, you need to start also doing the forecast for Big Blue and Clearwater, Florida as well.
Yeah, I could change it up.
I think you always do Clearwater, Florida, right? You're not doing
Yeah.
Clearwater, Buffalo.
Right. Yeah, I'm doing the Florida one. Yep. And
Right.
that's usually when I do it planned on the Poe, I do actually Google it, so it is pretty accurate.
Oh.
Except for when someone asks me out of the blue, then I just do 75 and sunny.
The standard.
Yeah. Now I changed it to 85 and sunny because of the summer, though.
All right.
Yep.
I just remember when you're standing out in the middle of a snowstorm and saying that it's 75 and sunny.
Yeah, that's when it was funny. I think.
Yeah,
Now
that's
it-
when it makes.
Yeah.
Marcus says NOLA, red beans and rice.
Nice.
Oh, NOLA. No, sorry. yeah. NOLA. I assume that means New Orleans, Louisiana. I assume I'm that.
Oh,
yeah,
makes
Marcus
sense.
thinking
Yeah.
that. Yeah. With green onion sausage. Oh yeah, now I know I'm right. Okay. Now I know I was right. Green onion sausage. That sounds good. Maya Sherry. Okay. May, yeah. I can't speak French for Cajun French.
Me neither.
I can barely speak English, Marcus.
Mm.
But I get what you're saying. I am the activities director of the SP boat. Just call me Julie. Wink. Julie. Yes, the activities director. My favorite was always Gopher the purser, which was kind of a funny name for him because he was dude always running around getting stuff. But that was a favorite show of mine back in the day. The Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run.
Never mind days.
Promise is something for everyone. Set a course for adventure. Your mind on a new romance. Okay, there you go. That's now we're planning. OBG Foster is planning SP Con. We're gonna have the SP convention. Just a big building, tables, all the names, the Headleys, the Smith-Levins. Smith-Levins, is that the incorrect way to say
Levin
it?
Smith.
Oh, the Levin Smiths, you're right. We'll have them sitting at tables. It'll be like $300 for a signature. Bodyguards will stiff arm you if you try to take a picture with your phone. Yeah. We definitely need an SP Con. I love the vision of it, but I don't know.
Have to use one of those big empty COS buildings, no?
Yeah, right. Seneca says if I get monetized, make lots of bucks, I can afford to take the SP cruise. Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say to that. Hey, there we go. Terry Ray. Yes, NOLA is New Orleans. Thank you, Terry Ray. Cajun or Creole? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. See, I'm yeah. Me
You want
not
to define the difference? I'm not exactly sure the fine points there, but it interests me.
Marcus or Terry Ray or Anhata. If one of you can, yeah, define the difference, uh, the difference between the two, Cajun and Creole, for us Cretans,
Some northerners, yeah.
let us know. Nola is probably Creole. Okay, so we're at least getting the geography there so far. Yeah, let us understand the difference. Je suis Creole. Okay, that means yes. Yeah, yeah. Please, just give us. Well, I don't want to say give us the cliff notes. That makes me sound like I don't want to hear about it. Just give me a short answer. But if you guys could answer, could just let us know. Just really kind
That'd
of
be nice.
A base difference.
Terry Ray put an answer in there.
Oh,
Cajun is more French-based. Creole is more African.
Oh, okay. And here's Marcus says Creole is a vast multicultural people. Okay, okay. I'm getting it now.
Yeah, I have to do a Googling on that a little bit at some point.
There's yeah, yeah. My friend Wiki will get me through too. Seneca says I can make red beans and rice, but did Sea York actually eat red beans and rice, or is there more like pinto beans and rice? Awesome question. Awesome question.
Definitely a good question.
But even Outcast, I could easily have this on all day and night because who needs sleep? Eh? That's right. No,
True.
I'm not lonely. I'm just, well, we all get tired of our own brains at times, right? Right? Okay, good, good. Yeah, so true. I mean, seriously, yeah, like Marcus said, if I, was to just, walk around, stretch the legs, keep hydrated, I could just sit here and talk.
Yep.
It probably wouldn't sound good by the end, if it does now, but yeah, so serious, so much. Terry Ray loved her some Isaac the bartender. Isaac was always yeah. He had a. I think the thing was I loved I believe there was a dynamic between Isaac and Gopher. Uh, Probably because we didn't see it, but Gopher was drinking a lot. He was sneaking him under the table. But yeah, I know. Gopher, or I should say, Isaac was a great character. They all kind of were. The daughter may have been a little unnecessary, but I think they were getting worried about ratings, and so they pulled in the cute little girl to. I don't know that it did too much. So at least not mine. It wasn't. Her real name was Jill. I forget what her character name was. Doesn't matter. But tell me in chat. Free Xenu project idea. I just took pictures of the Milwaukee, Wisconsin closed down Scientology mission. It's now a storage facility. I also have the Google pictures from when it was COS. Could we get users to send ones by them? Yeah. I know we were doing the bobble thing at the missions and orgs before. We had talked about this a little while ago about. Actually, I think it was during the chatathon. We were kind of joking about taking over the shoops, right? The David Miscavige shoops. But yeah, if actually, you know what? Why don't we take this time to say, hey, if you have pictures of yourself or of your bobblehead or of your friends or of random people because you're a weird stalker person in front of a Scientology mission or org, send those pictures to me at denversevo.com. That's me at sign. That's my doing the at sign. denverstevo.com. I will thank you, Julie. I will happily take those pictures and we can post those pictures once a week, or once we have enough of them to, make a little segment with them. But absolutely, um, yeah, without a doubt, send me your pictures, and I'm more than happy to curate those. There's my fancy word of the night, not
Sounds
uh,
pretty sophisticated, there, Steve-O.
right. Yeah, not quite as cool as the one Marcus threw us earlier. Sorry, dusting in the chair, but yes, I will curate those photos, and we will get those up, and have some fun with them. So, any pictures of anybody? Actually, the part I said about random people, probably don't do that unless you have their permission. But yeah, take a picture, and you don't even have to be in the picture. Eh, it looks better when there's people in the picture, but it doesn't have to be. But make it landscape, make it wide, side to side. Otherwise, they just look funny in the thing, and they don't quite fit all that well. But yeah, send those to me at denverstevo.com, and we'll get those up in a future broadcast, or multiple future broadcasts, depending on how they come in. And if I remember, meaning if I remember after all the alcohol, um, I will continue to promote this, and and we will continue to do it.
That's
Otherwise,
great.
I will forget and won't remember until I watch this back. So there you go. There's some fun. Yeah. Oh, yep. Sorry, we got
Nice.
that started that conversation. There's SPCon. How do I go about getting a Clearwater Chad mini me? Anthony Powell. Well, Anthony Powell, this gentleman up here, right there, you see the yarn next to him. That yarn is crochet yarn that makes mini Chads and many other things. Actually, Marilyn Honig is the one who makes
Yeah,
all
she's
them.
the, how do I say, the crochet crafter.
Yes. And I do know, and Duncan, you probably know this better than I do, that she is quite swamped at the moment.
Yeah, she's making an attempt to get caught up so we can take on some new material. So, yeah, she got way behind for a while, and then has to get. Well, she's getting back on a roll now. She's trying to catch up with people that. Because one thing that's very cool about her business, I kind of like her business model because of the investment is very low because yarn is pretty cheap, so it's very labor intensive. But you got to find the time to catch up. But people have been prepaying, and so she'll have a bunch of orders that people prepay, including shipping, which is terrific. So it's better than doing. What the heck is that thing? My brain is starting to fade here, but it's good because it's very direct. People will pay her immediately, and then she'll be working to get things done and caught up. So I was making a lot of runs to the post office. I haven't had to do too many lately, but
Nice.
it's pretty cool. Get things out all over the country and over to the other side of the ocean, and it's very cool. It's been it's actually become pretty lucrative through SPTV. Before we had a little store which we still have things in down in North Adams, and that was working pretty well at the beginning, but it wasn't anywhere near as good as it was with SPTV. All of a sudden, the Z News and everything, she got way behind immediately because there was so much demand. We're like, well, this is cool.
Yeah.
Definitely was a good development. Now she's caught up with enough SPTV, so it's hard to find the time because before she was watching streams and could keep working the whole time, and now she's in the streams. It's much harder to get focused. You can't, she's a good
you can't.
multitasker, but it's kind of hard to actually focus on. She's got to
Yep.
count the stitches and everything. So, I don't know how to crochet, but I watch her, and so it's amazing because it's actually very technical, and there's numbers of stitches you've got to keep doing as you go around these things. And crochet, she's reminded us a few times, is one of the only non-machine producible items. Like crocheted things, machines can't produce them. And I kind of realize why. Like when she's doing these things, she's using these hooks, and if you're doing something with various curves and different shapes to it, you're counting different numbers of stitches as you go around in circles around something that you're making, and these things vary greatly. So it's something that a computer or a machine can't do. It's probably one of the very few things out there that is only possible to do by a human taking the time to do it. So
Wow.
it's kind of a little bit of job security built into it. They can't just knock these off in China and send them over
Mm.
cheap because it can't be done. So that's kind of cool.
Excellent.
That's very true. I've never thought of that. That's so true. So reach out. Reach out. Send an email to coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com. That's Marilyn's email address. And, ask her, tell her what you're looking for. And she'll respond back and she can get it on her list. And just know that this is a one crocheter operation, and it'll take time, but can definitely. I don't want to speak for her, but I know that she said before that that things like that can definitely be made. Just will take time. So, whew, that was a lot of words.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Sinfully good to In Theta. That's Marcus. I can make. We did the red beans and rice. Sorry, didn't mean to double do that one. I could easily have this. Okay. So, sometimes I forget to make them go away. Isaac the bartender. See, okay. Now we're to all this. My favorite was the bartender. Aaron asks, "Are you doing a 24-hour live again?" Well, it wasn't a 24-hour live; it was a 10-hour live. Mostly because we believe that the system limitations of this StreamYard app is 10 hours of live, or maybe it's a limitation on YouTube. So I don't know. There's something that makes it a challenge. That would be a question for the namesake of the chatathon, Mr. Chad. Chad, are we doing another 10-hour live?
I mean, I would. I don't want to speak for you guys, but if we get word that the aftermath is in need of money, I won't hesitate to go on. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Or Mike Grinder. Either the aftermath or Mike Grinder. Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's okay. I was just going to say it's always fun to do. It's just always obviously very exhausting at the same time. Quite honestly, I typically I have my day gig Monday through Friday, and so it doesn't really matter what day we do it, unless we were to do it on a Friday night, and that's not a fun night for for something for an event like this. So it becomes a challenge because go right in from an all-nighter to work again, and then just crash hard that next night. But that's my own personal. But I have a blast doing them. So I think if the situation was right, we absolutely would.
Yep. Good.
And we're going to drag Duncan into this one too, because I know he was hiding in the last one. So.
Yeah, I think at the time, those are going on. I was busy enough. I mean, honestly, I don't do well without fairly consistent schedule, and I'm up at pretty much by 6 every morning. So, but I was thinking we could do a thing in shifts where you jump in for 3 or 4 hours, and somebody else jumps in to relieve you, and we could cover the 10 hours without too much trouble. I could see myself doing that.
The funny thing is, I think we talked about that, and then we just, for some reason, I guess we just
once you're in, you're hooked. So it's hard to walk away.
It went quick. I mean, not quick, but once you're in, it seemed to go quick.
Yeah, no, I'll be here for the first couple hours. Get Poe, get Mark Headley. Actually, Mark just crashed our party, so we didn't know Headley was coming. But Mark Fisher, that'll be fun. Oh, I don't want to miss Kelly and Doug. They're here on the 6th hour, so better hang around for the 6th hour. And I guess I could take a break. No, I want to keep going. Yeah, and so
once you're on a roll, time just starts clicking along.
but no, I think I definitely think the shift concept makes a lot of sense, and
Yeah.
but yeah, we had just anyway, it was just a blast with everybody. Uh, Angela Bernhardt had popped in. Shanna had popped in. Who were the
Steve Britton,
Steve?
poet.
Oh, that's right. Steve
Yeah.
Britton was there. Was Brandy
I
and
think
Poet
Brandy did.
for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had just this great group of just other SPTVers, the chatters, viewers, and to have that group in was just a lot of fun. I mean, it's just sure you can have the important people like the Mark Headleys and the Aaron Smith, Levin Smiths, sorry, and the Mike Ringers and all. You can have those important people, but man, to have the viewers, that was actually really cool. So
It was.
um, that was actually really cool.
Yeah, Mrs. J. Yep, Angela.
Oh yeah, Mrs. J. Yeah, yeah. Just the list goes on. Yeah, Mrs. J. Hey Chad, how do I go? Oh, getting a little meme like you got there. That's what we just did that one. Yep. Marcus, when I saw them eating at Pack Base, breakfast before muster looked like lima beans. Okay, so
Wow.
there you go. Seneca. Cajun are the poor Acadians that got expelled from Acadia, modern Nova Scotia. Oh, got it. Okay. So serious geographic differences in the culture. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Marcus. The British terrorized these French that had the free port of Acadia and bred with savages. That sounds like a movie. Bred with savages. This weekend on Cinemax. So the Cajuns were making a lot with very little, whereas the Creole have been naturalized French Indian. So the Cajuns were making a lot with very little. Three people of color, Scottish old alliance with France. Gotcha. With very little, whereas the Creole have been naturalized French Indian slaves. Okay. I don't mean to play naive. I honestly had no idea. So thank you. Seneca, and keeps it running as the fundraiser even after the live stream is done. Yeah. So to do the fundraiser, the YouTube fundraiser thing, whoever is the host of the fundraiser has to have at least 10,000 subscribers. So it could be a Aaron or a Mark or I'm not sure where Amy is now, but it could be one of them that is the host and does the kind of runs the fundraiser, and then like Aaron and Mark had done with their test, it keeps going, and it does. It just they turn off the cameras, walk away, and you can still donate to the fund. Yeah. So, but it also, that's the other thing. It would have to be for the Aftermath Foundation if we did that, because it has to be. It would have to be an organization that's identified as a 501c3 tax exempt organization. And unfortunately, Mike Rinder is not a tax exempt organization. And because Mike Rinder is on the board of the Aftermath Foundation, we could not do it for the Aftermath Foundation and give the money to Mike, because that's like a tax exempt no to remain legal. So in order to do that, we would have to be donating to the Aftermath Foundation or some other foundation. If there was somebody else that we wanted to, that as a group we wanted to put time and money into. So, but yeah, so that's really how that plays out. But I love the idea, and I think that's something we need to do. Denver Steve, well, I guess we need to get busy getting you or Chad to 10K. Why not both of us?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, if there are 10,000 people that subscribe to Chad, those same 10,000 people can subscribe to me, and
Yeah.
they can subscribe to Marilyn,
right.
and then we'll get Julia a site or a channel,
Yep.
and we'll get her 10,000. But
Yep.
seriously though, yeah, it's we absolutely let's keep pushing. I mean, obviously, one of the things is we need the folks, and we need the folks to like the content. So we really need to be making. We need to make sure that we have more content and that people are interested in following and hopping along. So I think that's what we're all working on right now.
Yep. And as you guys could see, we're trying to push it forward, Steve-O and I, and so the more people help us, the more people that we could keep, everyone, we all help each other. We're stronger together, guys.
We're all in this together.
Yep.
That's right.
Yes, I got her to do it.
I'm pulling for you.
Yep.
Got Julie to dance again. Oh! I missed that one. What did that say? It looked good. I lost that one. Here we go. This one. Really good.
Yeah, I will have to because that's not the first comment about the.
Oh
chair.
yeah, your chair. Yeah, your chair.
Yeah.
That chair squeaks. That is a squeaky.
Yep.
Seneca also says, and keep it running. Oh yeah, yep. Absolutely. I was there for the whole thing last time. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, and a lot of exhaustion both before and at the end of it.
Yep.
Before being all the setup and figuring it out. And Seneca
Kim
can
D. High is in there.
What's that?
Oh, I just saw Kim D. High in here saying listening at work. So
Rock it out with Kim D. High. I don't know why I say it that way. That's just like hi. I don't know. It's my '80s thing, but it's not. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stop that now, Kim. Kim D. Hi. There we go.
I liked it. Great decade.
Is that your street, Chad?
No.
I heard a car drive by.
it might have been me actually.
Oh, okay.
I got some windows open that are toward the road just to get some air in here. But if you get a loud truck or something coming down the hill, you'll hear it.
Got it. Yeah, no, it was just a quick something, but that's probably exactly what it was. Natalie going to sleep now. Has a 5 a.m. start. Ooh,
Wow.
sorry, Natalie.
Yep. Need a little sleep.
That means you just got to wake up at 4 o'clock and call in sick. Go back to bed.
No, but yeah. Seneca Denver Sevo, you missed the first part of that comment about keeping it running afterwards. Did I? Because I feel like it was there. I feel like I knew it. But yeah. Why do a short money raiser and just do it like Aaron and Mark's did, where the whole thing is a fundraiser for charity after that? Continue. Okay. And keep it running. Oh, as the fundraiser even after the live stream is done. Okay. Now your most recent sentence makes even more sense. I got it. Yeah. But we enjoy doing it for 10 hours. We could start with 10 and then just keep it going.
Yeah.
And we'll all be passed out while money just comes raking in. Aftermath. I'm trying to think of a catchy title for it, but I don't know. I can't think of anything. Oh, come on. Where I'm looking. Oh, what's this? Hip hip hooray! News Now Houston is currently serving 20 years in the Big House. All right, News Now Houston
Wow.
is currently serving 20 years in the Big House. Let's hope he never gets out. Well, ham sandwich, I don't know that story, but it sounds good. Hip hip hooray!
Yep.
Until I Google it and understand it. But yeah, okay. Yeah. Denver Steve, okay, sorry, was on email, sent your email. Was on email, sent your email. Okay. Excellent. Thank you for using your
Hey, y'all. I see headlights coming through the window and hear the dog barking, so that means Marilyn just rolled in. So
Nice.
she'll be able to say hi before it's all over.
Well, there we go. She might be our grand finale.
I think so.
That's great.
Yeah,
You've been
very
outcast.
cool.
I'm sorry, then even more so. Don't forget to take care. Okay, yeah, I'm just jumping in the middle of sentences here. So just again, just a reminder that tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's 1 p.m. Clearwater time. The Never In group here will be talking with Mark Turi about religions. Specifically, we're going to have a conversation about fundamentalist religions, difference between the fundamentalist sects as opposed to non, and kind of look at some of the coercive control stuff. Coercive control that can
I saw headlights in the window. The dog was barking.
What is going on here?
Look at that. So welcome.
Knuckleheads.
Yeah, I'll give you the headphones. I'll let you take a shit.
Take one.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can both listen.
Oh, there we go. Sharing the earbuds.
There's one of those things on them.
Keep your
Hey,
heads
everybody.
together. Here we go.
Hey, everybody.
Remember
What you been?
when they recorded and you had to keep your heads like really close because you couldn't get them too far?
Oh, yeah.
You have fun,
Hey,
Marilyn?
Free Zuni Project.
Look at that.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
Project. Here's
That's
Marcus.
Hey, Marcus. Wow.
We got, oops, sorry, didn't mean to take that away. We got Seneca here.
Yes.
Hey. You guys are still going, man. You're troopers.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Yeah, well, you know, it's oops. What was sorry?
Terry
Terry Ray.
Hey, Demon Outcast. Oh, awesome. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I went out with my daughter. We went out for sushi, and then we did karaoke, and I sang "I Will Survive." Yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
And I see someone took over my studio here.
Yes, he
With the
did.
yarn.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
I love the yarn in the background.
His elegant yarn background. That's right.
It's pretty cool, man.
Also,
He's
just to oh, go ahead.
No, he's been setting up his study. He's got like eagles and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. We've created a monster, Chad.
That's great. We gotta keep the network growing.
Hey, I gotta join the club here. You know, it's like FOMO is getting me big time. You know.
FOMO.
Yeah.
You FOMO.
We were brainstorming some ideas and stuff, so he's got some material to think about.
Oh boy. Yeah, so tomorrow we got Mark Turi coming on. And
Yeah. Mark Turi at
That's
1 o'clock Clearwater time.
Yep.
A great extended discussion about fundamentalist religions.
Yeah.
That's right. Duncan, do you remember Free Xeno Project's idea for your channel? Son?
Yeah, like a Ghostbusters type of thing with the cults in the middle. So yeah, we'll see about
I like
creating
that.
I like
That's
it.
pretty
I
cool.
like it.
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Cultbusters. There we go.
Ghostbusters.
Cultbusters.
That could be the channel name, right? Cultbuster.
Yeah, that's cool.
Duncan's Cult Busters.
Cult Busters. Yeah, really. I thought it was going to be something like, I don't know, the Redneck Professor or something.
Well, that's
I was debating about making it more general, just so because I can, rant on about other subjects, but we'll see.
for sure. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
no reason to
I
without
don't
a doubt.
limit myself too much, but
Yeah, give yourself as much room, as much runway as you need there, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
I see he's wearing his red-green shirt in your honor.
yes.
Nice.
Yeah, actually was some feedback. There was a number of people that knew about red green. That was pretty cool.
SPTV logo with yarn in the SP. Yeah, that logo there that was it letter A and number 5 did? It's got, if you look closely, it's crocheted. There's another one that looks even almost like granny squares. It looks, oh, there it is. Magic. Uh-oh, it's magic.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Look at Julie. Julie, come on, hop in, girl. I'm outnumbered. She's like, no. Are you drinking? Are you drinking though? Are you drinking,
Me?
I think she's drinking.
Julie? Okay.
Oh, Julie.
She's like,
Oh yeah, Julie's. Yeah, it's funny. She likes to keep saying we're all in this thing together, and that's a red green thing. So.
oh yeah,
We're all
I
on
was
the
thinking
same
of a High
page.
School
So
Musical.
that's like because she's on the High School Musical
We're
side of it.
all in
Well,
this together.
Yeah, I know that is a red green thing.
Oh yeah,
so,
like
you know.
I'm pulling for you.
I'm gonna do. I gotta grab Apollo because he's barking like crazy. So I'll put him on the air here for a minute.
I'm gonna go get Paul. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's a little loud. You can take these.
All right.
Bring him on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going nuts. He is Duncan's baby. Totally. He loves Duncan.
Nice.
And so Apollo has a new little brother
Oh,
that might be coming home with us soon.
Free Winds
So-
is coming home.
I
Excellent.
Free
hopped in
wins?
just to say goodnight,
Well-
guys.
What's that?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
later
I
for
hopped
you.
in just to say
Yeah.
goodnight.
Good night, sweetie.
Night,
I'm gonna
Julie.
let Marilyn take over.
Oh,
Okay.
Lordy.
Not anymore. I'm not muted anymore. Thank you, Cindy. Seneca. Sorry. I
was awesome.
My internet's terrible.
Is
But
it?
I love you guys. Have a good night.
Night, honey.
Night.
Here he comes. Whoa, here he comes.
All right, I'm back, and I got my critter. Oh, if it doesn't get too crazy, you may get a little crazy.
Yeah. This is Apollo.
Apollo,
Nice.
you doing, little bud?
Nice. Was that the drinking word? Did you guys have a drinking word tonight?
No, I think we're just
So-
kind of drinking tonight.
We were just, we didn't have a word.
Oh,
Yeah, he's been left alone. I had to kind of trap him in the kitchen for a while
yeah.
because we were on live and Marilyn was out.
So-
So
So we were thinking of a name for our new puppy that might come home with us. He's only a week old, but he's got about 5 more weeks. But this guy is Apollo, and my boys have his brother, his name is Punchy. So we're thinking Rocky, Apollo, and
I was
Punchy.
going to call him Xenu, but
Yeah,
we were kind of like, well,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Xenu's.
we were gonna do Xenu, but I don't know. What? I missed you too.
critter.
Hopefully
I
not
vote
too
for-
drunk.
I vote for DC, like DC8,
I realize I can't hear anything.
Oh, DC-8? Oh,
but just
Yeah.
call him DC. That'd be a cool name.
I
he
still want
wants for
Free Winds.
DC-8.
Oh, DC8. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That'd be cool.
DC-8. Yeah, there's so many names we could come up with.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That headphone.
I'm all about Free Winds, but yeah.
Free wins.
Ron, call him Ron.
Oh, yeah. We got Apollo.
Source, right? This is Source.
Source.
Commodore Apollo.
Commodore would be good too,
I saw that. I can't find it now. That Marcus said, "Oh, he just ate my." He loves to
Chewing
eat
up your headphones.
headphones.
Yeah. Sure. If you unplug them, will we create all kinds of feedback? We had a
Yeah,
feedback
probably.
problem earlier.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
But Marcus said that other subjects are good too. So that sounds good to me.
What happened?
yeah.
Where?
I was just saying, somewhere Marcus said other subjects, that Duncan was talking about doing other subjects.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that quite a bit, or not quite a bit, but we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Free win. Fart, gas. Yeah, see, that's what I think about too. Invader. Marcus says Invader, but say it like Hubbard in the OT3D Invader.
Oh yeah.
Supreme ruler. And they box them up in boxes and put them in DCA.
That was a good tape.
Yeah.
Marcus,
Mark
are you telling them to name their dog Mark Turi?
We'll have Mark weigh in. No, we need all the Marks on here, right? Marcus, Mark Turi, Mark Headley. We've had Mark Headley on.
Yeah.
Yep, and Mark Fisher.
Yeah, we've had Mark Fisher on.
True.
We've had Mark Turi on. We haven't had Mark Gus on.
You're right. We need them all at the same time.
She did.
Marilyn, did you know you named your dog after Hubbard's first ship? I did think about that, but he's not named after the Rusty Hulk of a ship. Our two favorite movies. Well, we love the Rocky series, and there's Apollo Creed, and we love the movie Apollo 13, where like everything goes wrong and they came back from space. So
actually, we'll tell the story. That movie actually helped us, and so did the Rocky movies. When we were recovering from our cult experience, those were our favorite movies that gave us our fight because of the crap we were going through. You had to keep getting back in the ring and getting them back up after you got knocked down. And the Apollo 13 was like the ultimate fiasco where the odds against you were so gigantic of your ever returning to Earth. Speaking of unearthly situations to be in. But I mean, those movies, we watch Apollo 13 at least once every year. And we've probably watched the whole Rocky movie series about 5 times because that's how we get our fight back when we get knocked down. We're like, yep, you got to keep getting back up.
I think I love Ed Harris just as an actor. He's so cool. And he's always like, what on this ship is good? And they're like, I'll get back to you.
Failure is not an option.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, Marcus is changing his name. What are you changing your name to?
Yeah, you can't leave it at that.
He doesn't want to be another Mark.
He's
Love
changing-
Apollo 13. That's
he's
a
changing
great
to Mark
movie.
Turi.
Changing it to Mark Turi.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have the dog, and here he is.
So yeah, this guy represents a lot of good things, not intentional.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that, Gene. I know.
Yep.
I know. It's so funny how Ron Howard always has his family in the movies, and the guy that says that, I forgot what his name was in the movie, but is Ron Howard's brother. And then his mother played what's his name? Jim Lovell's mother in the nursing home. And there's a scene where there's what is it, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, and she's like, "Are you boys in the space program too?" I love that. She was like so cute.
Yeah.
I love when Tom Hanks pulls his biomed sensors off. Yeah.
That's great.
I am such a geek when it comes to like certain movies that I love, and I will watch all of the commentary like while you watch the movie. And Jim Lovell said he did say that. Like he actually did do that. Did you lose her?
Yeah, I'm losing my headphone. I'm gonna put this guy away
Okay.
because he's
All right.
restless. I can't expect him to
So
sit
how
there.
long have you guys been going? You guys?
Probably 2.5 hours.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, 2 hours, 41 minutes now.
Oh man, you guys are troopers. It's not like a chatathon or
A
anything.
mini chat.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Have you read Jim Lovell's book? No, I should. If it's on audio, I totally will. Well, then that's not reading, is it? I'm
I think it
yeah.
still kind of counts.
Yeah. I'm not a good reader. I don't have the patience. And I don't know, I might be a little bit dyslexic. I can't even say it. Because sometimes the
Dyslexic.
words just, yeah. Yeah, when you're brought up in a cult, you don't really know like stuff. Like you don't know what's wrong with you because you're not allowed to have anything wrong with you. Does that make any sense?
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get tested for things or, I mean, my kids, they were tested for everything, like things they didn't need to be tested for. Freezing. I'm going to vote this. Listexic. Yeah, I'm listexic. Marcus going to go jam on some John Prine.
Oh,
All right. Well, glad I caught you for a couple of minutes anyways.
we
Yeah,
love
appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, so the place we went to was so packed. I'm like sweating, like all the body heat. Like no, thank you. Yeah, I put another song in, but I was like, I'm going home. There's just so many people. It's like, you sing one song and then you gotta wait. Like we waited an hour and a half to sing a song. So.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's too busy
Yeah.
when that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, Terry Ray. You too.
Let's text
This Dexic, there it is. Thank you for using your project. Hey, Marcus. Oh yeah. Oops.
Oh.
Double
Oh,
click.
go ahead. Double tap.
Double tap.
Yeah.
Big Sherbert once done here. We'll have to post later in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it. It's oh shoot, now I forgot.
Sherbert?
Was it a
Is it-
bourbon peach sherbet?
Oh, it's alcoholic sherbet? I can get behind that.
I don't know if I guess I don't know if the alcohol stays in there or if it's just the flavoring. But either way, yum yum yum.
Yeah, if it's frozen, it probably does because, like, if you heat alcohol, it burns off.
Right, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, bourbon peach sherbet. There it is. Thank you,
Ah.
Terry Ray.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Nice. So, what have you guys been talking about?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You know, we were.
It's true.
I mean, bourbon peach sherbet for sure, but no, yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
What was going on? Duncan was telling us about the music festival with the train thing going.
Oh, yeah. Fresh Grass. Yeah.
Grass, yeah.
Yeah. We go every year. I think it's in September. Yeah. It's nice. And he just saw Robert Plant and what's her name? Allison Krauss.
Yes.
Yep. I didn't go. I think I was hanging out with you guys on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
As you should be.
Wow.
I know.
So
That's
bourbon peach sherbet. Usually the alcohol helps it not crystallize. Definitely
Right.
with ice cream. So
Right, because alcohol doesn't. I'm yawning. Sorry. Alcohol doesn't freeze, right? Or totally freeze. Yeah, put my glasses.
yeah, I think at
That
100% alcohol it does or it doesn't, but
Doesn't. Oh.
it's I don't know. I don't know. Deviant Outcast, List Dexic, that's awesome and could actually be easier to read for dyslexic throwing letters around. There are fonts that are designed to make it easier for dyslexics to read. Is it? I didn't know that.
Wow.
Like just hey, use this font and it makes it easier. That's interesting and obviously well researched too. Or
Yeah, that's
I
good to
assume
know.
well researched. It's certainly been researched, so that's interesting. Wow. I'm assuming it not Times New Roman.
Right, because that's the
just-
basic.
Well, it's a stupid font.
That's stupid fun.
Yeah, give me Helvetica any day.
Yeah.
Or would it be Velvetica?
Yeah, whenever I'm doing a thumbnail, it's like sometimes the fonts are like bigger and fatter and small and then tiny. And I'm like, can they just make them all the same size? Because when you're trying them out, it's hard to I don't know. Like Julianne is the Canva wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fantastic at it. Oh, we were talking about this earlier too. Free Xenu project, pictures of the closed down COS around
Yeah.
America. So, yeah, we've asked everybody, or we've invited everybody to take pictures of their nearby orgs or missions, and send them on, and we'll.
Yeah.
What was the word I used? It was a fancy word. It was a snooty. It was a hoity-toity word. It was. I will curate the pictures and present them at a later date.
Well,
I thought he said.
Mark.
I thought. Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Mark said that you can, Steveo, you can take over the shoops and the bobblehead pictures and all that. Did you hear him say that?
He did say that. Yeah. I need to get to a place in my head where I can really start, asking for them and all that, then dealing with them. So, but yeah, let's start with this because, let's see what response is, and like I said earlier, if I remember, I'll keep promoting this constantly, and then send me the pictures. I certainly, once I have one in my inbox, I will remember. I will continue doing it.
Does an org with trash bags over the signs count?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be even better.
Okay, I'll send you those.
That's what I'm thinking.
They may or may not have Xenu in the picture.
Oh,
Even better.
I like
Yep.
that. I like that.
Oh, sorry. Double tap.
You got to
Oh,
double
here we
it.
go. Oh, sorry, that was actually a question for Free Xenu Project from Terry Ray. What music do you like at Free Xenu Project? This year I've seen Adele, Foo Fighters, Jason Isbell, and next week Jackson Brown. Oh my God, Jackson Brown, that's awesome. We are all over the place. You are all over the place, Terry Ray. That's a great compilation, a great lineup of music there. So,
Especially Jackson Brown.
Right?
Yep.
Right. Am I still? Who's the? I'm not going to continue that thought because I can't think of it. Here we go. Here's Free Xenu Project: Pantera, Damage Plan, Typo Negative, Slayer, Cradle of Filth, Carcass, Black Sabbath, Ozzy,
Ozzy.
List, Good Metal, and Death Metal. Gotcha. I don't know all of those bands, but the ones that I do know, I absolutely like. Pantera was somebody. Like Pantera is one guy. Pantera was a band that I was listening to in high school, and I absolutely loved Pantera. I was one of the short, clean-shaven-headed kids that actually liked listening to things like Slayer and Pantera, because that was stereotypically the long-haired headbangers. But we all hung together, so it was all good music. But yeah, some of those I don't know. Denver Steveo, you never answered what was your first ever concert? Chad Maryland too. Oh, sorry, I didn't remember, or I missed that question. My first ever concert. This is embarrassing. My first ever concert was back in the 80s. It was actually at the Minnesota State Fair. And there was a band that had a couple of top 40 hits back in, I don't know, 86, 87, maybe as early as 85. The band was called The Jets, and it was a family. I think they did I've Got a Crush on You, but yeah. That's all I remember of that song.
Sing it.
So they were playing at the band shell at the Minnesota State Fair, and I went, and it was them, and they were actually open. The band that opened for them was another Minnesota band that all of the local pop stations played, called Limited Warranty, and they were actually the reason that I went. But the concert was technically the Jet. So I stayed through the whole thing. So not really an exciting thing, but it was a cheesy 80s band. If you go to whatever, iTunes or Apple Music, or the Play Store thing, you'll find them and you'll go, oh, that I remember them. They were dumb, and that's exactly what I thought. Next concert I went to, so I was probably 12, around then,
Oh wow.
thereabout, when I saw that concert. So yeah, my first concert when I was 12.
Concerts.
Then
Yeah, we were talking.
the next concert I went to, I was about probably 21.
First concert you went to.
And it was at
First actual one was probably.
it was at First Avenue in downtown Minneapolis. Great place. That's where in Purple Rain, that's where Prince sang Purple Rain. That was kind of the big, that
Yep.
First Avenue, right? Big, the hot venue of Minneapolis. I went with a friend of mine to a concert for a band that I believe their name was Cake.
Oh, and Cake.
It was Cake, and it was just a fan.
No way. I saw them a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was back in the mid '90s, and that was probably the best. Honestly, I really consider that my first concert, because the other one kind of sucked, but it wasn't technically. But yeah, seeing Cake was it was an incredible thing. I love Cake. So anyway, I rambled on. Marilyn and Chad, go.
Go ahead, Chad. What was your first
All right.
concert?
All right, I'm glad I'm not going last because mine's a pretty dull answer. I didn't really go to any concerts when I was younger, but with Jimmy's mother years ago, I did go to the Rihanna concert, so that was pretty fun.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's about it.
Yeah, so if Cake counts, then it's probably that. And I can't remember if I saw Blondie before Cake or after Cake, but around the same time. And then I saw Journey and Willie Nelson. And guess what? They were all within the last 4 years.
Wow.
5 years. Yeah.
they're still
I've never
touring.
been to a concert before Blondie and Cake. And that was the three of them, or no, two of them were at the same venue that Fresh Grass is at. It's Mass MoCA, which is, what do they call it? Mass Museum of Contemporary
I was actually explaining
Arts.
about that earlier.
Yeah.
It was the old
Yeah, it's
and had been a mill building back in the day.
Right. Right. So it was a mill town, and now it's like a tourist town. And then we went to see Journey in Albany, New York, which Chad knows where that is.
Yep.
And that was last year. And then last summer, so about a year ago, we went to see Willie Nelson. So that's it. I mean, I'd never been to a concert my whole life because I wasn't allowed to listen to rock music. But Duncan could probably date himself back to the 70s, maybe.
Yeah, I remember going with some college buddies to see Kansas. I think it was Springfield Civic Center or something like that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Wow,
Kansas.
that is interesting.
Yeah, long ago and far away. Yeah, now like a lot of the people I like to see that are on my bucket list are all old. And they're like 70. But yeah, it was fun seeing Blondie. She still got it.
Yeah, she looked amazing. She did she was wearing pink and she just looked awesome.
I was explaining how I'd seen Robert Plant. And the funny thing is, I was never a real big Zeppelin fan back in the day. I was into Aerosmith and a bunch of other stuff like that. And
Ozfest.
old time rock and rollers. But I mean, I had friends that were way into, I'm falling asleep here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way past his bed.
It's past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Zeppelin. Like they had some cool stuff like Stairway to Heaven, but I had some people who were into some of their old kind of dark stuff, and I didn't really like it. But the interesting thing was going to that concert at Tanglewood. Robert Plant is this nice old guy. I mean, he's got a checkered past, he really does. But I'm like, you know what? He's a nice old loving guy. He's madly in love with
Alison Krauss?
Alison Krauss, yeah.
Like in Love and Love?
Well, I mean, I get the sense like they're really good friends, but it's the funniest combination imaginable because she's like a bluegrass girl, and I always was hoping she'd show up at Fresh Grass because I love her voice. She's really good, and for them to be together, I'm like, this is really going to be a trip. But I mean, their harmonies and everything, and the way they blend it was magical. It was just such a fun concert. It was very cool.
Wow.
Terry Robert Plant is grateful for his career. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he still sounded like him, but in a different way. Like he's an older, mellow guy now. And I'm honestly, when I was younger, I was way into the hard rock and all. I was never a metalhead, but I mean the harder rock. But it's funny, you get older, things change, and I realized a lot of the guys that were singing hard rock and everything back in the day, now they're in their 70s, they're mellowed out. But I mean, I really love harmonies. I like a lot of the Heart. I would love to see Heart. They're still touring. I mean, the harmonies are kind of where it's at for me. A lot of the old timers.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, Robert Plant bought Aleister Crowley, his old house
Oh wow!
on Loch Ness.
Oh.
Wow.
That's kind of cool. I didn't know that.
Does Robert Plant own the Loch Ness Monster?
Maybe.
Good question.
I've crocheted a Loch Ness monster. It was wicked cute.
Oh,
Wow.
Denver Steve-O. Oh,
Denver
definitely
Steve-O.
saw Linda Ronstadt. I grew up on Linda Ronstadt. She was like my first mad love of a rock girl. She was, and I still love her music.
She
was my first major
he had a
crush.
poster, didn't you? Have a
Yeah, I
poster
did.
of
I
her?
had the classic Linda Ronstadt poster. I mean, I still have a lot of her albums. She was some.
It makes me think of his father. His name was Clark. He was super conservative, but one year you guys bought him a poster.
Oh yeah. Ha. That was Farrah
That's right.
Fawcett.
The
dating
Farrah
myself
Fawcett
now.
poster.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid. Yeah, I bought, and I think I put it up on a door in his bedroom. It didn't stay there too long. I don't think my mom was.
I think she said she let him keep it in the closet.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
His parents
it back in
were
the day,
super. They weren't strict. They weren't super religious, but they were just very straight laced, conservative. They didn't drink. They were just, they were just very disciplined.
Yeah, they were conservative.
Yeah, but they weren't religious fanatics though.
No. Yeah, I missed out on a lot of things I would have loved to have done, but probably not get to live the life over.
Pre-Zeno Project, LOL, nice Denver Steve-O. I don't think he bought the monster.
sorry.
You just popped it out of my ear.
Sorry.
Okay.
This is interesting.
Sharing a pair of headphones that don't have the little rubber covers so they pop out of your ears.
On hot because the dog ate them. That's why.
No, the dog eats
He
it.
ate the rubber covers off of my head,
Wow.
my earbuds. On Hot on Fire, Led Zeppelin invented heavy metal.
It's a fair statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet they were still inspired by others. So
Right. Yeah.
somebody invented the band that invented hard rock.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Mind blown.
Tom Petty. Well, I won't
Oh,
back
Petty.
down. Yeah. Well, I won't back down. Yeah.
Good music. Yep.
She's a good girl. Yeah. Who doesn't love Tom Petty?
Mama
Yep.
loves
Oh,
Jesus.
Susie Q.
America.
America too.
We go awesome, Terry Ray. Also like Bob Marley, Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Rolling Stones. Free Xenu Project, you're just a normal dude. I mean,
Yeah, my boys are young. They're 21 and 22. They love all them.
Stuff.
And my daughter can sing.
She can sing
Janis.
Janis. Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The Boys do Rolling Stones.
They're all old souls, especially when it comes to music.
I was a big
Thankfully,
I was a big Stones fan. Really during my kind of the 20s to early 30s chunk. Not that I don't like them, not that I got tired of them. That was when I was really, really into them. And I mean, that music, right? That just that amazing bluesy, it's a bluesy rock kind of, I love it. So I hear you.
You remember this one? I can't remember what song it is, Duncan. Maybe you would know because you're old. I'm just kidding. The Beatles made a song on the White Album. If you play it in 2-speaker stereo, close your eyes. It sounds like it goes around you.
I mean, they know better than I do, even music that was back in my day.
Yeah. Yeah. On Hot After Tom Petty passed at a baseball game in his hometown, they played Won't Back Down. It was sung by over 20,000 fans. It was epic. That's amazing.
Wow.
Wow. I would have loved to see that.
You're right.
Simply Good. I do a pretty good Stevie Nicks impression and a damn good Marilyn Monroe. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Well, you have a channel now, Simply Good, so you can do that for us. I'd love to hear that. You can be like, with your cooking and your wine, and be like, and then we put a blah blah blah, and then we take a sip of this bourbon, and then we make. What is it? Beef bolognese or whatever. Bolognese or whatever. Yeah. You can do all kinds of little voices and singing. That'd be so
Was
cool.
that Julia Childs?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. Does she talk like that sort of?
Kind
She's
of,
like,
yeah.
oh, and then yeah. Like boof bolognese or something. She goes to boof instead of beef. I used it the very first DVD I got from Netflix. Remember when Netflix used to be he knocked me out.
Oh, sorry.
Netflix used to be DVDs in the mail.
Yeah.
Like you'd order them online and they come in the mail. And my very first was the French Chef series. I loved that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, what time? Oh, so you guys been going for like 3 hours, hey?
Yeah.
Oh, it's part 3, yeah.
Yeah.
301. Seneca, my old lady, black German Shepherd, his name's Sabbath. Her brother is named Ozzy.
There we go.
Sweet.
That's awesome. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that, having a cluster of dogs that have similar names. Like, if we do Apollo, Punchy, and Rocky. I like that idea.
Absolutely.
Rock it out, Kim. Hey, Kim. Can't wait to see your new channel. You reading it?
This is his first concert, January 30th, 1965, Duluth, Minnesota, on her 18th birthday. Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance. Nice.
Whoa, nice. All right, are you turning into a pumpkin? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty late. We got that stream tomorrow, so we got to kind of rest up a little bit.
We do. Let's just see.
Oh yeah, take whatever else.
Just seeing if there's
Beef
anything.
bourguignon. Right, that's it. Beef bourguignon.
Oh, here we go. Oh. On Hanta, my first concert was Petra. A Christian
Yeah, I
rock
know
band.
Petra.
Remember Petra?
God gave rock and roll to you. No, that's Kiss. They sing something like that. No, that was Kiss, right? They sing something like that, though. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Yeah, I knew Petra. We got to listen to that a little bit.
Mm.
Taking my Assemblies of God friend. Yeah. Yeah, I knew Petra. I'm trying to think. What I'm sure when we hit end broadcast, I'll think of a bunch of their songs.
And then we
But,
could
yeah,
that way we could do a part 2.
Yeah, about Christian rock. Oh my God. On Hanta, did you ever hear of Striper? They looked sort of like Poison, but they were dressed like bumblebees. And there was I can't remember their names. This guy with they were like a Christian heavy metal band. Yeah. But my mom didn't like that because my adopted mom, because she didn't really like drums because she thought that was of the devil. Like drum beats. So yeah. For his new project, I went to every Ozfest there was when he was there at Alpine Valley, Wisconsin. I'm jealous. I used to love Ozzy. I would sneak to listen to him. And how I found out about Ozzy Osbourne was we used to have these seminars late at night about how bad rock music was, and they would show us the albums of him biting. They would say that he bit the head of a bat or whatever. I don't know if you can say that on YouTube. Yeah, you can. But yeah, all the stuff he did, and if you play certain records backwards, it says "My Sweet Satan," "I Love Satan," kind of thing. So it just intrigued me. It made me want to listen to it.
Wow, that's cool.
I actually cleared through most of these. I just accidentally had gone backwards.
Terry, I remember Striper.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
I don't know where it is. So
6 a.m. is scones baking time.
Wow.
Guess what? You guys are gonna be my company.
Nice.
Steven Outcast 6'8". Is that Germany or
Maybe
somewhere
Australia.
Yeah, where do they make scones?
like Australia's no, Australia's
Oh yeah, yeah.
midday.
Okay, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
So it's midnight, so it's like 5 in the morning in the UK. Yeah, so I gotta go plug my phone in. I'm dead without it. It's dead.
Kim D. High, really quick, just wants to clarify she did not go to the concert in 1965. She went to the concert in 1983. She is not quite as old as she suggested
Mm-hmm.
by
Yeah,
a
yes.
lot.
Yeah.
Okay, really quick. The Alabama Litter, the dog show, the litter names and song of the Scout, and called, the Alabama Litter, the show dog out of that litter, okay, was named Sin's Song of the South, and call name Rhett. Got it, like Rhett Butler.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I'm stepping into the middle of a conversation, I'm sure, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because otherwise.
Oh, Steven Outcast is in drum roll, Sweden. Nice.
Wow, yes, indeed.
That's
So
cool.
cool.
Would have never guessed that. Yeah.
No, and it's 2 p.m.
2
in
p.m.
Australia right
Thank
now.
you.
So for Rose K. Thank
Rose
you, Rose.
K.
Wow.
We got you, Seneca. We knew what you meant. Song of the South.
Well, at least we're being mindful for Australia. That's pretty cool.
That's right. So we've cleared the board. So don't fill it up anymore.
No, and then tomorrow we'll be able to kind of, talk to like a lot of the UK people. It'll be like what, 4? Yeah. Oh no. What when we doing? Oh, 1 o'clock. So yes. So it'll be like 6 o'clock there. That's perfect. So yeah, and then
Is it only 5 hours difference?
5 hours to UK. Yep.
From Clearwater.
Clearwater. Yeah. So it's 7 hours.
That sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, you know, no.
Denver.
I just didn't realize.
Rocky Mountain High.
Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Yeah.
So I could tell you a story. Okay, I'm going to say it. When we first got married, okay, Duncan's just a little bit older than me, like 11 and a half years. And he was sort of pack rat. Like he just had everything from like the 70s. And, I bounced around my whole life. So I never had anything saved. But his mother had like his little, baby shoes and everything. And he had like these sheets that I call them the John Denver sheets because they had the Rocky Mountains on them. And then he had like this lamp with the Rocky Mountains on the lamp, and it was like so dated. It was like
cool
so
stuff,
70s. So when we got our house, like I like everything matchy, right? So I made everything. I was into teal back then, so I had like teal and ivory, and I just made really like I had satin pillows, and I just had everything perfect. And I came in one day, he had the John Denver sheets because I'd ordered some drapes for this giant window that we had in our bedroom. He decided to take the John Denver sheets and hang them up on the window.
Nice.
No.
Yes.
Where's Juliana?
Well, I was just in the bachelor life, like a few guys living in a place, like you take a piece of rope and you would feed it through the hem on the ends of the sheets and hang them off that and a couple of nails. That was pretty good. Or you take a staple gun, blam, blam, blam. You just staple the sheets up over the windows so you keep the light out. That's kind of how I was used to living. So.
Yeah, so I think it was about 2010 before his rugby shirts from the 70s. I used to call them his Blues Clues shirts because, Steve and Blues Clues always wore this big, wide striped rugby shirts with the collar. So he had a whole collection of Blues Clues rugby shirts. And one day they just disappeared.
All right, so now we have to comb the country and find all that stuff and bring it back.
No.
Right.
The typewriters. Like his typewriters.
Yep.
Yeah, who was it that wanted a typewriter?
Vanessa?
Oh, Vanessa, yeah.
Well, I remember, honestly, I had one of these. It was like a lime green Hermes typewriter. It weighed about 100 pounds, but it was built like a tank. that thing would still be going. I don't know where it wound up. You know.
Yeah, they're
Burke.
good.
Yeah.
You're so funny. I came back to Bachelor. Yeah, they're talking about decorating their man caves. I broke into their man cave talk. What are you guys, the degraded daddies or something?
Oh, yeah. That's a new name for us.
Yep.
I heard that.
Might as well just toast some bread and make curtains out of it. Totally.
Oh, there's a toast story too, Bert.
Oh,
take it away.
All right. Yeah, so we rented this apartment in Springfield,
Not me, him and his brother.
Yeah, Marilyn wouldn't have put up with us too long. There's stories about this place that could go a long time. But when I was in college, I ended up changing majors at one point, so I had to go one extra year. And I'd been in a dorm, but that option ran out. So I rented this apartment from it turns out it was a total alcoholic, drunk tow truck guy. And his wife was totally into Elvis. So the first floor was all her Elvis stuff and velvet pictures and all this stuff. But the guy was a horrible drunk. Well, there was a second floor apartment and I could afford to move into it. My brother had been working for some tile company in nearby. So we moved into this place together and the kitchen had like a knee wall, or what do you call it? No, it wasn't a knee wall. It was a chair rail thing about maybe 4 feet high off the floor. And we had a toaster that would jam every so often. And we like to make a lot of toast for some reason. We'd eat a lot of toast. But every time the toaster would jam up, it would burn the toast. So it was just black. So at some point, one of us put the burnt toast on the chair rail. And we made a tradition out. Every time the toaster went bad and burned the toast, we'd set it on the chair rail. So after so many months, the entire kitchen had a ring of burned toast. It was like decor, you know.
Like those, those decorative borders, like the wallpaper border.
Yeah, they stayed there until we left the place.
Nice.
A couple of years.
That just made me think of that story.
Oh, and I'll add to the story. So one of our other pieces of furniture, we moved in, there was no furniture really. And my brother Al worked at this tile store, and they had all these displays that were big, like square panels of heavy tile. So we built furniture out of them. And then we found this giant, like, cable spool, like these wooden spools that they would wind cable on when they're running like power lines. The thing was about a 6 foot in diameter thing with a disc and then a center core and then the bottom disc. And somehow we took it apart and brought it into the apartment, and that was our living room table.
Wow.
And I had an old turntable. This is back in the days of turntables. And we were way into like Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings and stuff, music. So we'd hang out and drink beer at night. And in the morning, there would be like a whole passel of bottles, empty bottles on top of this table. We'd be passed out on the couches, and the turntable had a defect to it. It was one of those ones that had a stacker, so you'd stack like 5 albums, and they'd all play through one after another. But the last one, it would just keep playing over and over and over. It wouldn't shut off. So I had literally memorized passively like certain albums that the last album would just stay on. So like Willie Nelson, Waylon and Willie, Black on Black, probably heard that album like 90 times. So, we were all into this certain type of music. But I remember that was just an experience,
Terry Ray, stop now. Duncan, Marilyn, please tell me he's gotten better. I mean, yeah, there's
that was
like
a while ago.
Burnt toast borders, but he was kind of he was sort of a professional bachelor when I met him. And, we were in the cult for a long time. So, he kind of had to go with the flow. But then when we got married, he kind of resorted back to his old bachelor ways. And he would he calls it cheap and dirty dinner, where like I would go out and do something and he'd have to feed the kids. So he just he still does it to this day. He'll just open a bunch of cans of something. So I have a picture of it. It's proof. And it was like after the kids moved out, like less than a year ago, I went into his stash because he has all these like stashes because he's waiting for the apocalypse or something. So there are cans and cans and cans of chickpeas and corn. And so I made like this big pyramid. He'll take a saucepan and he'll put like chickpeas, corn, tuna, you name it, whatever's in the refrigerator. It's like the
survival camping food.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're not camping. And so then the kids were, because we always make like songs about everything. So then Austin gets out his guitar and he starts singing this like redneck song, like he just makes it up off the cuff. And he's just like, chickpeas and corn, chickpeas and corn. Since the day I was born, I love my chickpeas and corn. And then he's like, chickpeas and corn, it's better than porn. I love my corn and my chickpeas and corn. I'm like, oh my God, this is too much. So I don't know. Can you say more? I'm sorry. You're 3 hours in.
Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good.
You're 3 hours in.
YouTube algorithms is still asleep.
We're talking about chickpeas and corn. I mean, come on.
Right.
Well, but don't. We've got Burke saying, I'm picturing Duncan bolting toast together for a table and sitting in front of it.
He totally would. He would have duct tape too. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Red Green on YouTube, you'll have to
watch it sometime. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, they just use duct tape for everything. And you know, like, there's that in case of emergency, break glass. You know, like with an accident or something.
Yep.
It was one episode where he had duct tape in it. It was like, in case of emergency, they're like, don't do it, man. It's not worth it. And he's just like ready to break the glass because he ran out of duct tape and it was like the end of the world.
Oh, yeah, and I think he actually broke the glass and the duct tape had been there so long it wouldn't work anymore.
I think it turned.
So you get freaked out, you know.
It like turned to powder in his hands or
hardened
something.
up and it wouldn't work. Yeah, God.
Well, just to wrap it up.
Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you for the super chat, Freezy.
Susie Q loves it. And then, yeah, let's probably a great place to end for the night is thank you, Freezy New Project, for the $5 super chat. Hashtag Team Mike.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Team Mike, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One more. Because
one more.
Duncan, don't forget you can tape cold cans of soda to yourself on a hot summer's day. Make sure to walk around with socks in your sandals to wick away the sweat.
There you go. I was going to say, Marilyn yanked out the headphones so I can't hear anything.
Oh, wait, you can read it. You can read.
Yeah, I can read this. But I've gotten stuck in situations where I had to work in extreme heat, and this is a weird story, but I inherited a genetic defect that's been in my family for generations where when it's really, really hot, I literally shut down and I can't function when it's like over 90. And I've had heat stroke a number of times, so I have to be super careful of the heat. But I've gotten in the habit of like, I'll stick, even now when it's going to get really hot, I'll stick water bottles in the freezer and I'll use those to keep the cooler cold. But I'll go out and I'll just dump, like I'll drink out of a water bottle that's thawing as it thaws during the day, so it's super cold. But when I get super hot, I'll just pour a bottle of water right over my head and just let it soak my clothes because the evaporative cooling is actually very helpful. But I've learned to deal with, pretty rough heat.
Sherbert making that sounds nice and cool.
Yeah, that sounds very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does sound like a good
Dust tape, yes.
She corrects herself later, but yeah.
But no, because I remember I said it turned to powder. So I was like, I thought she was making a joke.
Oh, yeah, dust tape. Yeah, it's after 20 years.
That would have worked.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
All right, good night,
Maybe she was.
Good night, everybody.
So, yeah, just quick reminder, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, Mark Turi, something about religions, fundamentalist religions. Have a wonderful night, everybody, and we'll see you the next time.
Yeah.
You too. Very cool. This was fun, gentlemen.
It was great. Yep.
We'll meet again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So cool.
And thank you, Juliana.
She went to bed.
She
She's in Brazil. It's an hour later.
Oh,
there.
true.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll see everybody tomorrow, hopefully.
See you guys.
All right.
Yeah, just
Have a
see
good
you.
night. Bye.
Too.